Boom.
Oh, all right.
Dang.
Let's get ready to rumble. Do this. Woo!
Dude, I can't
This is
wait
what
for
a WrestleMania panel looks like, Bruce. Just kidding.
Hodgepodge.
I feel like a virgin in church right now.
Now, it sucks because he asked me to be on it last night, but I had to work a double, so I couldn't get me on it, which really sucked. Like,
It was
I'm
a fun
itching to
stream.
do a wrestling show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know we talked about it. I just don't know. Well, again, audience, if you guys start watching, if you guys are into this, we can talk wrestling more often.
I
Otherwise,
would love to do it. Once a week, we can have a like an hour show or something like that. Well, I doubt it's gonna be an hour, but
we'll see.
It depends on the week. It always depends on the week.
Yeah, I mean, this week we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Other weeks, maybe not so much.
So, are we prepared for the 18 hours of wrestling that's going to be this freaking week?
It already started.
Absolutely.
I know,
Yeah.
it started today, but I'm talking about starting Saturday. You have 6 hours, Sunday 6 hours, 3 hours on Monday, 2 hours on Tuesday.
That's what I'm saying. There's no way. There's
Well,
no
are
way
you
I'm
counting the
making it today.
couple hours of NXT Stand and Deliver on Saturday?
Yeah, you forgot Stand and Delivers in there too.
I've been getting really into NXT.
That's in Philadelphia as well.
I've been getting really into it because
That's
it's
crazy.
a lot of great characters that are eventually going to come over to the big time, But I like Trick Williams. I like Dragunov.
Yeah, he's good too. I
He's
like him too.
So they actually mentioned that when he comes to the main roster, they want to give him the same type of they play like
I heard like a
Kingston,
push like Gunther, but he's a little smaller than Gunther, so I don't know if you can.
No, but he's
that
really
kind of a
good, man.
Run, but he's good. He's good.
So I'm really excited because there's a lot of talent that's coming out that that the rosters are stacked now if you really think about it, and we haven't seen the play like this in a very long time when it comes to the shows because there's so many characters, so many people, so many players that are going to be involved and things later on.
I missed the Hall of Fame. I gotta watch that.
I didn't see that either. Yeah, they've got to watch that. So, got to finish SmackDown. Got to watch Hall of Fame tomorrow. Don't know if I'm gonna watch NXT. I mean, I'll have it on, but I'm not gonna like sit and watch it. But I'll have it on tomorrow.
Yeah, and Stand and Deliver. I gotta probably watch that Sunday morning because tomorrow I don't have enough time to.
You didn't miss much on SmackDown. It was pretty much a going home show, so it's not anything.
They even
like
sped through that battle royal, man.
Yeah,
they did. You know what? I'm very. I actually thought. Like, I don't want to spoil anything if anybody didn't see it. Dubs, you didn't watch it? Did you watch the...
I watched the first, hour, at least over an hour of it.
Like the Battle Royal.
Included the Battle Royal.
Yeah, I watched the Battle Royal.
And Ricochet was going to get it. I
thought, going in, I really thought he was... they've been pushing him a lot lately.
Yeah.
So I thought, that's what the wife and I talked about. Like, she watches with me, so she's just like, yeah, Ricochet's been on TV a lot lately, like, more than he's ever been. And winning. And winning, yeah, he's been winning matches. So I really thought he was going to get it, but I'm happy with what happened. I'm okay.
He's a Triple H black and gold NXT guy, so
yeah,
of course he's going to start getting pushed.
Trips loves him, yeah.
They're talking about his old persona as the Puma, that he might back with that. Yeah, so hey,
that's when McAfee got Cole laughing when he's talking about the Puma stuff.
Yeah, I know, right? Because when they bring stuff up like that. You have to catch the things they say. It's something does happen sometimes when they mention bring back old gimmicks or something. Yeah.
You know what I found interesting? Did any of you watch the press conference today?
I watched some of it and I fell asleep.
A little bit of it, yes.
When Gunther calls Sami Zayn by his government name and then Drew McIntyre comes out and references it. That was pretty sweet.
No, I didn't see that at all. I saw this on the Pat McAfee, but I didn't watch I couldn't watch the.
I missed that. I did see that Matt. You mentioned in our chat. Seth came out in his anti-Venom outfit. I did see that.
Well, he had to because Becky came out in his jacket because it was cold. So she's wearing Seth's jacket, and I was like, "That's a good play into the whole he wears his wife's clothes thing."
Well,
it's going to be cold. It's going to be like in the 40s this weekend.
It's going to be chilly out there. Yeah. It's not wet as long as it's not raining. I mean,
that's what I was going to ask. It's not going to rain, is it? Because it's open field. So yeah, it's not like LA.
How awesome would it be if it started snowing? WrestleMania.
WrestleMania in the snow.
Yeah,
crazy. Wrestle Snow Mania. I tell you what, Drew McIntyre is doing some of the best promos.
He is.
He's really
completely different. Yeah,
his stuff, man. He's funny. he's good, but I'm telling you what, I'm going to tell you this right now, that he's overlooking Damian Priest, and Damian Priest, he's going to win. He's going to beat Steph and win the belt, and Damian Priest is going to take the belt from him. That's what's going to happen.
We'll get to. Don't get too far ahead. We'll get to that
Because he's so high.
I also have a theory to go with something else.
I have a theory too, and there's more people involved than just those three. So let's go. I'm stoked.
Yeah,
I'm excited for this since we talked about it all day.
You want to really quick say, hey, there's a few people in the chat here. Yeah. Terry's looking forward to the Rhea and Bex match.
Me too. You know why? I want to see her do a stink match.
A stink face.
Yeah, that's going to be a fantastic match. GT Keys here as well. He gave us a bunch of thumbs up and hellos. GT Brogu says hello everyone, and he says hey Brucifer and hey Dom. So Jimmy Badalitsky, welcome Jimmy. So much wrestling, so little time. Right there with you, man.
This weekend.
Yeah, this weekend's crazy.
My wife's friend wanted to do something. I said, "Are you kidding me? I am gonna be home watching WrestleMania. There's no way I'm going out. Go ahead."
Yeah.
Yeah,
you guys go do your thing.
Hey, that's it.
Mama Bear, how you doing, Mama Bear? I believe Mama Bear is up in Canada. Is that true?
Yes.
Mama Bear? Yeah. Hello, Canada, Mama Bear?
North of me somewhere.
Gotcha.
That would be
Dix
Canada.
basically lives in Canada.
Yeah, that's Canada, right? Yeah, Dix almost in Canada, right? Yeah.
Canada. She's in Canada.
6 license plate says Canuck.
Cool.
Knuckleheads.
All right. You're gonna get started. You're gonna start showing night one, Pete. Is that how we're gonna roll it out? Or
what we're gonna do?
All right.
Start
Here
off
we go.
with Saturday. Granted, I don't know the order, so I'm kind of guessing at the lineup card.
Rhea and Becky kick off night one.
That's what I figured. So that's what we're doing first. So Rhea and Becky.
Ooh.
Wow, they're gonna.
Who wants to start talking about this? Apart from doing your picks, I'm prepared for any kind of craziness you want to throw out there too. A little bit, not 100% prepared, but I'm prepared for a little bit.
I'll jump in. It's going to be a great match.
Great match.
I think it has the potential to steal the show and definitely be the match of the night one. Even, I mean, it might not steal the shine of the tag match at the end of the night, but it could definitely be the night one showstopper. Mm-hmm. Right now, though, like it's hard for me to pick. Like I know we'll make our picks in a second, but you can't bet against the man who shows up to WrestleMania and every time she's been in the main event, she's come out the winner. But Rhea is the hottest thing in pro wrestling right now.
Yep.
You can't bet against Mommy. Mommy's always on top. This is a hard match for me to choose.
Becky's still got to re-sign her contract that we don't know. A lot
Yeah.
of open contracts leave a lot of these questions open too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, look, I'm with Matt. I know.
How are you with him? Because he didn't pick. You just think it's gonna be good.
I'm just saying I'm with him. The fact is that what he said about Rhea and about Becky, but I know
I'm just busting your balls.
But
I think this is in all honesty, definitely for night one, the hardest one to pick. Because of what, like Matt said, both of these women are like fantastic, great at what they do. Rhea has been unstoppable lately. But if I have to pick one, I want to pick Becky because I think it would be great to see her win if she's gonna like finish up whatever her run. But I can't go against Rhea Ripley, so I pick Rhea Ripley.
I just hope she loses the mommy shtick. That's all.
Yeah.
No way.
I just don't like calling Rhea Ripley mommy. It's just,
It is kind of creepy.
it's just awkward. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Well, listen, it's
Outside
just
of
the reverse of when Eddie Guerrero was called Poppy. You know what I'm saying? So kind of they kind of made
You just want to be called Poppy. That's all it is. Come on, Dom.
You know what?
I mean,
look, I'm gonna tell you this. I think Rhea Ripley is gonna win, and the reason why I think she's gonna win
So you're putting your pick down now. I wasn't sure.
You know why? She just made over a year of holding the belt, and she's hotter than ever now. And the way they've been doing things, the hottest player in the game has been holding on to the championship as long as we can think about it. I think she's going to hold on to the championship into at least SummerSlam. I have a feeling that she's going to hold on to the belt. Becky's going to come close but lose, and I actually think there's going to be an interference.
I was going to ask you: is there going to be interference?
There's going to be an look. Nia Jax she still has beef with both of them, so I could see her coming out and doing something.
Oh, I was ready.
On it.
You're sleeping on Liv Morgan though. Liv Morgan's been on the revenge tour.
No, I know.
Oh yeah,
and you have Liv Morgan exactly. But
Who could do all of this?
Let's see if he's got one for this. The fabulous Moolah will show up.
Hey, go with that, man. Do that, man. Hey, I actually think what's going to happen. I think that there will be an interference. It could be one of those two. But I actually think there's going to be a third person. Somebody you least expect is going to interfere in the match.
Somebody you least expect.
Because NXT.
It's so unexpected. Dom can't even tell you who it is.
No, I'm just saying the fact is NXT. There's a couple of girls in NXT that are on their way to the main roster. And,
True.
What's her name who fought Becky Lynch in NXT when she beat him for the
she's still champ
down there.
But she's still champ. But
Lyra Valkyrie ain't gonna mess up.
It's not gonna be Roxanne Perez either. I think Roxanne Perez is still gonna be she's the future of NXT. I'm still, I can't think of who it's gonna be, but I think someone from NXT is gonna be.
Does it have to be NXT?
Yeah, I think so. You know why? Because because you know what? I could see that maybe, but that's a little far off because I got a predicament with that later on.
Yeah, I put that in randomness. Yeah. You have a random two after night one.
GTE says he's been around since WrestleMania 1, so he's been watching it since Big John Studd and Andre the Giant. So
Big John Studd.
And then Jimmy also agrees with the Liv Morgan
she might
comment. So that's interesting.
Kind of going heel.
Yeah, I think she's going heel. I didn't consider her as coming in this match. The only one that I really thought was the Nia Jax would interfere to cause Becky to lose this, but also she also could cause Rhea to lose this. So, but
it's true too. But
which way are you going? So Dom's going Rhea. So Dub, which way are you going?
I'm Rhea. I can't. I want to, but I can't pick against Rhea.
Okay, Sticks, what you got on this one?
I'm kind of would like to see Becky kind of take over on Rhea, but like we've already heard, Rhea is the biggest thing in wrestling right now on the women's side, and I think they're going to keep trying to push her as the champion for a little while longer. Dom said SummerSlam. I'm thinking maybe to Survivor Series, but I'm going with Rhea on this one as well.
They are traveling quite a bit this year. I will put that out there.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
which will come into play later. So you're going with Rhea as well?
I'm going with Rhea as well.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Loading up here.
Yeah.
Anybody want to break this? Bruce, Matt, do you want to finalize yet, or you want me to go?
I'll go.
Go ahead.
They're both great wrestlers. They're both great at what they do.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be probably one of the best women's championships ever for me. And I love Becky. I love Rhea. But I'm not going to bet against Rhea. I'm not. Rhea.
Exactly where I'm at, Bruce. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. I want to pick Becky, but
Go ahead, Pete.
Yeah.
I'm going to be contrarian then, and I'm going to give it to Big Time Bex because it's not that I don't think Rhea hasn't done a great job with the title and don't think that she doesn't have multiple championships waiting for her. I feel like they might be shifting where she's at because whether they do a draft or not after this, if she does drop this title, I wouldn't be surprised to see her go over to the SmackDown side of things. I don't think Becky or Seth will go to SmackDown. I think they're going to stay on Raw when it is being throughout the year, and eventually it will go to Netflix and yada yada. I know I'm getting way ahead of things when we get to
that's another year away.
But looking ahead, considering they all need contracts too, I'm still thinking that Becky's got to stay where Seth is, and I think they stay on Monday. They stay Raw, but Rhea, I could see if Judgment Day decides to disassemble or change, she could get a change of scenery and be in play over there. But that's what I'm thinking. So I'm going with Big Time Bex, the man.
Yeah, it's hard for me because I think the battle royale or the ladder match, isn't it a ladder match for the tag team titles?
Yeah.
I think that plays into this match also because there's one key phrasing that Michael Cole dropped on Raw is you have to grab both belts. You have to grab both titles. So that means we could potentially end up with those titles being split. So if the Judgment Day retains, depending on what championship they retain, will be what show they're going to go on. So that's hard to predict this match because that's later on. With this match kicking it off, I'm gonna go Rhea. Like I want to go Becky. I really do want to go Becky. And I think if you hear in the next 24 hours the rumor that Becky signed a contract,
not enough room here for a full side.
If you think Becky signed a contract, then I think she wins the title. But I think they're going to keep the title on Rhea at Mania, and then Becky will win it later on.
I can't imagine they wouldn't get her to resign.
I don't know.
Unless she doesn't want to. Like that's the only thing. Does she want to keep doing this?
She also maybe she wants to break a pause. She's got a book out. Maybe she's going to do a little bit of a book tour. Maybe she wants to do a movie. Who knows?
Take some time off because she's
kids getting
with
older.
Kid.
Yeah, she's getting a little bit older, so she wants to spend some time.
That's the other thing. She's got a kid, and I also mentioned what do we have coming up? We've got trips to Paris, Berlin, apparently Scotland, 2 more going to Saudi Arabia. Like, there's a lot of travel she might not want to do.
You know, another thing too is when it comes to the contracts, they do very sneaky contract signings. Look at the Drew McIntyre. It took a long time. You know, finally we found out that he signed a new contract, and the same thing with
he still hasn't, according to what they've been saying. He still hasn't signed a contract.
I still haven't heard they've done it yet, but
I heard that.
I'm not expecting it at any time.
But it's got to come because I'm telling you, he's doing some of the best work now.
He's doing too much of a good job.
You know, and look, the same thing with Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes just signed a multi-year deal. You know, so I could see Becky maybe signing but taking time off because I actually think, me personally, after this WrestleMania, I actually think Seth and Becky might take a little time off.
It
might.
Actually, I'm gonna flop. I'm flopping. I'm going Becky. I'm going Becky. Rhea's hurt. Rhea's got a wrist injury that she's been having to wear a brace on.
Yeah.
So that kind of changes things. So I'm going Becky.
Come on over to my side.
I'm not going to change my pick, but the one thing that I was thinking is that if they give Becky the title, then they give Bayley the title. That would be kind of Bayley just turned face, and you know that would be a kind of a funny thing for them to give those two both be champions again. You know,
both.
That was the only thing, but I'm not picking again. I'm not going to pick against.
You know, because think about it, you're right. They don't like usually they never have like a championship on a good guy, 2 bad guys at the same time, or 2 good guys at the same time. It's always 1 and 1.
Yeah.
So you got to look at it that way too.
Yeah.
You know, we'll get back to Bayley part, but this right here, yes, Rhea Ripley, she does have a slight wrist issue that's going on, but I actually think she is going to win. She's going to win.
Well, I got our picks down for this one, and again, not knowing where we're going to go, I think it's just happenstance that we'll bring up this tag team match that we've already been referencing and see where this one's going to go.
I already can tell you right now how it's going to go.
Okay, let's hear it.
All right, let's hear it. Let's hear it, Dom.
How it's going to go is that it's going to be we all know it's going to be a great match. You know, you have a lot of great talent that's in this.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot. There's going to be nice, funny moments mixed in.
Funny moments and nice high-flying action moments. Yes, you know, Baylor and you know, what's his name? Are going to lose the belts. They are losing the belts. Damian Priest. They are losing the belts, and the Miz, they're going to win. They're going to win the belts. Awesome Truth is going to win because they've been really pushing them lately and really pushing the fact that they put them back together again, and they got nice chemistry together, and fans love them. So what's going to happen is that they're going to win. R-Truth is going to get 1 belt and not grab the other ones by mistake. And New Czech
see that.
and freaking New Czech Republic. What's the New Catch Republic?
New Jack.
New Jack. They're going to get the other belts. So the winners of the tag teams are going to be R-Truth and New Catch Republic. They're going to. That's going to be the
Republic.
Czech Republic. That's my prediction.
It's possible.
Hmm.
It's possible. Anybody else want to throw their guesses out yet?
Yeah, I'll go. I agree with they have been pushing R-Truth and Miz a lot, and R-Truth. I think they're just gonna. They have to give him something. It's been a long time since he's had any championship.
The 24/7 championship.
God, I hated that.
24/7, 7-Eleven, I-95 South.
I actually thought that was very funny.
It was great.
For like a week or two.
Yeah, but
I thought it was great.
I like that.
My only problem with it is that Akira Tozawa needed to lose the ninja outfit a long time. Like sooner. That's all.
Yeah.
Like, where did those ninjas come from?
Well.
He was.
But that's my pick for this.
So just them?
Just them? You don't think
They're
that's
getting both belts, both titles?
I think they're going to get both belts.
Okay.
I find it interesting that you have 4 Raw teams and only 2 SmackDown teams.
Yeah, I thought that too when they came out with this.
Yeah.
So
that kind of goes with your earlier theory, Matt. If they end up on SmackDown or something, Damian and Finn,
that they might retain and go blue.
They keep one, yeah. I don't know, but the new. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Matt.
Oh no, go ahead, Dub.
I was gonna say the new Catch Republic. I'm not a fan. I didn't watch them in NXT, and I'm not a fan at all. But the way they've been pushing them, the way they've just been like shoving them down your throat, like I feel like they're gonna get at least one of the titles. The split title thing makes a lot of sense to me as well. And the other one that we've been getting a lot of push for DIY, but I don't think they're getting the titles yet. I think it's going to be
you mean DX?
Theory
Regeneration X.
Yeah, Regeneration X. Yeah, I think it's going to be Theory and Waller that end up with one of the titles. Yeah, that's they really. I have grown to like Waller. I didn't like him at all, but I kind of like him a lot more now than I did.
Him in NXT.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna say Awesome Truth wins the Raw titles, and DIY wins the SmackDown titles. Because you look at this, there's, like I just said, there's 4 tag teams from Raw, 2 from SmackDown. The SmackDown tag team division is kind of weak because you think Raw still has the Viking Raiders. Whenever Eric comes back, Raw has a much stronger tag team division than SmackDown, and SmackDown needs that help. So I wouldn't mind seeing DIY move to SmackDown.
Hey, Matt, but what about SmackDown? They got the Jay Cargill, they got friggin' Ron Breaker, they're getting all the good guys. So
yeah,
so you have to have one and one because I know that SmackDown is developmentally to build up these characters even more, and then Raw, where people come on Raw to the bigger time. But it just seems it's kind of funny that you're right about the tag teams. How many tag teams we got there?
But Tom, are they doing that for a reason? Is it because they could be losing a very big draw that they have? Because we're not going to jump to the end.
Yeah, I know.
But I know what you're saying. But it does seem weird to think of them jumping ship. Because then you got to bring Candice too. Then
think of the angle you're going to get since they've been Regeneration X and teaming up. Think of the angle they're going to get if Gargano and R-Truth both grab a belt and fall, and they're just standing there looking at each other. Like the crowd's going to pop.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
That's kind of funny.
Great.
Yeah, Johnny Wrestling looking at what was it?
I would laugh if they keep. I'm sorry.
I want to see Pretty Ricky come back.
Pretty risky.
No, what was that? Remember he had R-Truth used to put in the weird teeth, put the fake teeth in.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jimmy.
Anyway, well, unless Sticks, you want to go or do you want me to go?
And you go ahead.
All right. I also think I think they're giving the truth. I agree with that. I think they probably are taking the Raw titles from them. And I actually agreed with what Matt said earlier, but then he didn't go and pick it. Is that I think that they might hold on. No, actually, you know what? I don't think they're going to hold on. I think they're losing everything. So maybe not. I'm going to pivot like you. They're not holding on and going blue. Who's going to get the blue belts out of this group? Do I join Dub? Or do I join Dub? But he picked 2 different ones.
I picked both SmackDown. Yes. Picked all the blue brand.
They haven't given a push, and I actually do like the new Catch Republic because
I just don't
like
see
the Bruiserweight. I
putting those
do
titles
like
on.
Tyler Bate. I like Big Strong Boy. My wife makes fun of me every time. I was like, "It's Big Strong Boy," and she just points out that he looks like he's wearing tighty whities because when he first came out, he had the little white uni, and it did kind of look like he was running around in his tighty whities. But I think that's what they're going to do, and then we're going to see the Judgment Day slowly start to dissipate.
I just think Grayson Waller and God, can't think of his name now. Austin Theory. They've been jobbing out as like cronies to Logan Paul. So I don't see them putting a major title on them right now.
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think they're also breaking. I feel like they're getting to a breakup story here too.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
Yeah, that ain't gonna last long.
Yeah.
But what do you got, Sticks?
So I really do like Pete Dunne, but I don't like the guy he's with. I don't know. I know they've been together before. I would love to see Pete Dunne get some kind of championship. I don't know if it'll be this one. In fact, I don't think it's going to be this one at this time. New Day, it's a no. It's a no for them. New Day, let's see.
They need a refresh.
They do need a refresh. I mean, they've been so bummed since Big E left.
Yeah, and I'm not saying they need to like rebrand themselves or anything. I just think they need to.
I think
their branding is perfect. I think what they do is perfect, but I think they're going to try and push somebody else. Then you got DIY here. I can see them try. I can see them trying to. Yeah, he does, and I can see them trying to push him. I'm gonna leave that one there for now. And for I think we will get a split, but I do think it will be Damian and
Judgment Day.
Judgment Day will retain one of the titles. Yeah, I like R-Truth.
We are all over the place here, except
for New Day.
Awesome,
except for New Day. I like R-Truth. I used to like the Miz. I mean, I like the Miz as much as I can,
Maurice.
and I don't.
You like Maurice, that's why.
I don't like Waller. I think he's, and then probably the part that he's playing, he seems like a complete idiot sometimes. And then Austin Theory, I kind of felt bad for him because he was really up and coming it for a while there, and then he fell out of existence for the longest.
Yeah, he was chosen one.
He's Vince's boy. That's why.
Yeah, so he's got
he's not bad though. Like, he has talent. Like he's not bad. He's still young.
He got that United States Championship push, and then he went right back to being a jobber.
Yep.
Yeah.
I still remember when he was Seth's. He was like his follower, his minion when he was the Messiah. Like Buddy Matthews and Austin Theory were like his henchmen.
Yeah.
So, there you go. Those are my picks.
So no. I thought there was also a chance that there was going to be some like a swap out. I know people had talked about Theory and Waller getting swapped out for Pretty Deadly, and then even crazier stories, which is why I put these two in here. That these two would somehow show back up, but
Jeff is still under contract with AEW, though,
he's still under contract, so I don't know how that would have happened.
Yeah. Jeff is mad, is not.
Yeah, Matt. I think Matt might show up because he was at Raw a few weeks ago. But I think Jeff is still under contract with AEW because of his injury. He was.
Yeah.
They extended his contract.
I put him in there in case anybody brought them up, but we didn't, so we can move on. Yeah. Next match. Triple threat. What are your thoughts about them kind of pivoting to this as opposed to putting the titles out there?
Well,
because personally, I thought in my head, I was telling my son this for like the last 2 weeks, that Asuka and Kairi were probably going to defend against Bianca and Naomi. Like I figured they were putting those two together. They're going to tag up. But then I started thinking about it more. And I'm like, well, they probably don't want to give them the belts though. But Bianca's not going to lose because I really feel they're going to quietly try to let Bianca have a Undertaker streak at some point. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
already talked about how undefeated she is now, and it's only been like 2 or 3. I feel like
Well,
I
I think
finally keep getting her more wins at WrestleMania.
for the longest time they were trying to. You heard the rumors of, well, we're gonna get Jade Cargill versus Nia Jax, and you thought Jade Cargill was gonna come to Raw, but I think with Charlotte Flair's injury and how long she's gonna be out, because I think they were saying that her injury was worse than they thought it was gonna be, and how long she's gonna be out, and they really have no one else in the main title hunt other than Bailey and Io. Like, what are they gonna do? Push Natty? And like nobody wants to see Natalya wrestle anymore. I love Natalya, but
they did give him Tiffy time.
Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, that's 2 major stars. They signed Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill. Like,
exactly, that's big.
So I think this is gonna be, I don't know. I'm gonna go Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Naomi, just for the fact that Jade is here. They're pushing her to be this next big thing. They've got big plans for her. She's not gonna lose her first WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Her first match, right?
Yeah.
Well, no, her first match was Royal Rumble.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Rumble. I guess if you count that, but
well, you're right. I think they're gonna win, but there's a curve.
Oh boy.
I actually think that Jade Cargill is going to actually turn on, what's the name? Bianca. Bianca. I think she's going to turn heel. I think it's going to be Bianca versus Jade Cargill down the road, and they're going to push it
at some point. I think at some point.
No, but I actually think it's going to happen after they're going to win. They're going to win the match, and then she's going to attack Bianca Belair, and I think that's going to be.
There's a heel.
See, I don't know, like, because she spent her entire run in AEW as a heel.
Yeah,
I think you're going to see her do some face work here at WWE.
You think she's going to go heel already?
First, I don't.
You know what? You're right. Maybe Bianca. Someone's turning heel. Maybe Bianca Belair is turns heel because remember she was against fighting them and didn't want to help. What's the name? Against
Naomi.
Yeah, Naomi.
And stuff like that. And she's been abused, and now all of a sudden she's thrown in a fight against them that she's fighting for Bailey, kind of like. So that could be, but. I
don't know, but I also agree. I'm just going to throw this out because I already said it. Like, I don't think they're letting Bianca lose her streak. So I think this is a layup. This is the
I think this would have been a tag team match between the Kabuki Warriors and Bianca and Naomi. But the fact that the stuff with Nia Jax fell through, they had no plans for Jade, and they wanted to get her out there, so they kind of threw her into this.
Exactly.
So that's why I think that those titles aren't on the line, and I think you're going to see those titles be on the line. I think they'll win this match, and then those titles will be on the line at the next pay-per-view.
Yeah,
or the next night on Raw. Who knows?
Hey, this could be the point where they decide to give Dakota the boot at this point and just.
No, I think that comes later. I'll get into that when we get to.
Yeah, you think it's coming later? I'm just saying this could. She's probably going to take the pin here. It is also what I'm thinking.
Yep. So I will say, like, I want to say for the record that Kairi Sane and Asuka are probably my 2 favorite.
I know.
Women's wrestlers. I'm a huge fan of both of them. Kairi Sane, I'm so happy she's back.
I love that elbow.
Yeah, insane elbow is the best. But I think this match is there for only one reason, and this match is there for Jade Cargill to win this match. She will get the pin, probably over Dakota, and that's why this match has happened. It's just for that one reason.
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah.
Bruce,
Go
ahead, Bruce.
No, I was gonna say, I agree with everything you guys said. And I've been a fan of Bianca since she debuted, and I've never gone against her. I don't think they're gonna let her lose. Like you said, they're gonna keep her on this streak of winning, and that's about it. So that's my pick.
So
you gonna be different sticks, or you joining us?
I'm definitely gonna be different. I think this match.
Ooh.
I think this match is gonna go
contrarian.
Not the way we think, because I think Bianca and them are gonna lose. I think this is where Bianca actually is going to be the one that turns heel and goes with the Lashley crew.
Oh, you think she's going to join I can't remember what they call it, Lashley's team, but
the Pride.
They put their gear on today.
They're baby faces, the Pride.
Yeah.
So she's gonna turn heel.
I don't know if they're gonna be baby faces though.
No,
but they already got the one.
I think they are.
The hip plate.
The Final Testament's shirts are stupid. I'm just gonna throw that out there. You saw them on SmackDown; they're
I
stupid.
didn't see
What's
the
the point of Ellering,
see
by
it.
the way?
Yeah, he didn't say a
He
word.
doesn't talk. You figure he's there to like be the mouthpiece or something. No, he just stands there like this.
Yeah,
That's all he does. He just comes out and stands there.
because they were like, "Oh, we're bringing back the Authors of Pain. We need their manager," and then they were like, "Oh, nobody cared. Well, let's just put him with the Karrion Kross, and then maybe
Right.
people
Well,
will care."
we'll say we got to save that Sunday.
Yeah.
We got to save that
Yeah.
for Sunday. We'll save that talk for Sunday. All right. Well, I think we made our picks for this one, so let's keep it moving because otherwise we're gonna be here all night. We go at this pace.
Yeah.
Gunther versus the underdog Rocky story. Did you guys catch on Raw that they actually ripped off Rocky 3?
Yeah, they did a
Mhm.
little montage. Yeah.
Like my wife was looking at him, she's like, "Why are you laughing?" So I'm just cracking up. I'm like, "He's doing the thing," and I had to go look up the scene. I'm afraid.
You don't have the dream.
afraid,
You don't
right?
have- I'm afraid. No.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Who wants to go first?
I guess. Oh, go ahead, Sticks.
I'll go.
Nobody's
I'll go
talking
first.
about
I'll
Go
go
ahead.
first. I don't think Sammy's beaten Gunther, and Gunther is gonna still remain champion. I don't think he's
Fair and square.
fair and square. I don't know about fair and square, but I think
Well-
he'll still retain. I don't think.
Guys.
Yeah, those Kaiser rules there.
Heel turn.
Yeah.
No.
I can tell you.
No.
I can-
Ludwig Kaiser.
Ludwig.
I think as long as they've got
Giovanni Vinci.
Sam
Gable-
is the best
She's
announcer. I love listening to her talk about people, say people's names. It's great.
oh,
She's
yeah,
so good.
the ring announcer there. Yeah, she is good.
Yeah, she's awesome.
I think as long as Gable's in that with Otis and
The Alpha Academy.
Kazawa, I guess now, and then the one girl.
The most hated
Maxine
woman in
Dupree.
professional wrestling,
like
Maxine
Maxine
Dupree.
I
want
as
her to
long
get
as
maybe
he's in that
respect.
group, I don't think he'll go.
like
heel.
her.
He'll go. I don't think he'll go heel.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, we got one for Gunther. Do I still
Wait,
miss
what?
calling him Walter?
Yeah, I think the Ring General retains here
Why
against
are you saying it
Sammy.
weird?
I'm gonna pull a Dom here, and I think Chad Gable gets involved. Chad Gable's gonna screw Sammy and tell him that he was never strong enough to beat Gunther. Really, Gable's the only person to take the title off of Gunther, but I honestly think Gunther might hold the title all the way up until SummerSlam when he fights for the World Heavyweight Championship and wins that, and then he'll vacate the IC title and never actually be beat for that title.
Oh, never
Wow.
actually
Wow.
lose it. That's a call
Wow.
right there.
That's a hell of a call right there.
That's a good one. Well, I'm gonna go with you. I think Gunther's gonna retain because I actually think that Chad is gonna actually not do it on purpose, but he's gonna wind up interfering and costing
Tossing the
Sammy.
match.
Yeah, he's gonna, and I think Sammy's gonna turn face because they've been talking about Sammy turning face again, and I
He's
think
been face.
I know he's been face, but they're talking about that he's a good heel. That I think Chad is going to wind up. They're going to pump because they're going to push Chad. This is his that after WrestleMania they said they're going to push him.
So
So
you think Sammy's going heel or staying face?
I think no, I think Sammy's going to go heel. I think it's going to. I think
Oh,
Sammy.
okay.
Okay.
I think Chad.
Yeah, that
no, I
makes
think
more
Chad-
sense.
I think Chad is going to wind up, like I said, not doing it on purpose, trying to help him out, and Gunther's going to retain, and then they're going to have their matches together because now Chad Gable's going to get pushed. They're going to push him to a point where he can get up there, and he'll win something down the road.
Is Gable going to be in his corner? Do we know?
Yes, Gable's going to be in his corner.
So he'll be out there.
So-
That wasn't is that just what you think, or that's
no,
just
no,
what,
no, no. They mentioned that he will be in the corner. He will be in his corner.
Okay.
So
Mm.
we'll see how things change. Things change anyway, so I don't know. They mentioned that he'd be there,
I mean-
so we'll see.
All
I mean,
right,
I guess you could just real quick. I guess you could see Gable like Sammy's about to win, and Gable gets, jealous or whatever, and causes Sammy to, maybe pulls him off or something, but I don't know. All right, go ahead.
Possible. Who wants to go? Dub, Bruce, you want me to go?
I'll go. I know Gunther has to lose the title at some point, but I don't think Sammy is the man to do it. I really don't. I don't care how much he's been training, and I just don't see it. Training. Even if he does pin him, there's no way there's not going to be interference with that.
It's possible.
That's just me. So I'm going to say Gunther retains.
All right, Dub, I'm going to let you go because I got something to say after this.
All right. So Gunther has been the most dominant Intercontinental Champion. I think he's fantastic. He beat the crap out of Chad Gable on Monday. And I think that's going to cause Chad to help Sammy win this match somehow. I think Sammy's going to win. Gunther, I think he needs to lose before he can start going for the World Heavyweight title. And it's going to be with Chad's help that Sammy's going to take this match.
Now, I agree that I think Sammy's winning. Like it or not, I get it. Gunther's had his run. I also agree he's got to get the title taken off of him, and he'll probably get into the main event picture very, very soon. I don't think it'll be interference, though, at this point. I don't think Chad's going to help him win. I think they're just going to get all of the Sami Zayn fans happy and give him the belt. It's just what they do. It's time. It just makes sense for them. I honestly think Chad Gable was the better story for him to come in and be at WrestleMania to take the belt. But as soon as they decided to put Sami Zayn in that spot, they've been building up to this. They've been basically saying, he's got no chance. He's got no chance. He's gonna win.
Seeing a Chad versus Sammy program would also be pretty good to see for that. Yeah.
It definitely could be, especially if we go Dom's route and Sammy gets the belt and decides to start going more heel again.
Right.
I don't know, but I just think they're going to give the belt to Sammy.
I just think they've been pushing Sammy as this Rocky type character for the last few weeks, and WWE wants that rip your heart out moment, and just watching Sammy take that 1-2-3 pinfall from Gunther would just destroy everyone, and just having him retain. Ooh. I don't know.
Yeah, I just think it's going to be one of those. He just overlooks him. It's a lucky shot, whatever you want to call it. There's an injury angle where he hurts his hand. He misses a chop and hits the post again.
So Jimmy thinks Damien's going to cash in for this title.
I don't think Damien cashes in for this title because
I don't think so either. I thought about it for a second, but
it wouldn't make sense.
It would say it's not going to be a good to do that with what Austin Theory did, and then followed up with that. They would be messing up the Money in the Bank. So I don't think it's this title either.
They did mention that they might do the other champions with the Money in the Bank to give it more of a presence, except just a one championship. They mentioned that it could possibly, but that's not going to happen.
Well, they've talked about that for years because
prestige to this belt. Like,
yeah,
already built the Intercontinental belt back up.
Then when they had God, what's Gable's tag team partner's name? Otis. When they had Otis win Money in the Bank, there was talk about him cashing it in for the tag team championship. So they've kind of already hinted that they can do that. But why would you want to cash in on a mid-card title when you go after the world title, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It depends on
a guy like Damien. It should be a world title. But
all right, well, let's keep rolling then. We got our picks in. Heavily Gunther retaining. So now, how about this match? The kind of filler we need, I guess.
Okay.
This one changed, didn't it?
Did change.
This one did change.
Oh, it did.
Injury angle knocks out Dragon Lee.
Mm-hmm.
So now
somebody hurt Dragon. We don't know who it was.
Carlito.
We have Andrade. Well, let me put him here. Yeah, there we go. Put him here.
Yeah.
You know,
so he came out with the other side, and then they had a whole thing.
Legado de Fantasma.
Yeah.
You know,
then he defended Ray, so that's how he ended up on Ray's side to take Dragon Lee's spot.
You know, look, that can go either way. It could be him. He's plotting to take out Rey Mysterio. but I don't think me personally, I actually think Dragon Lee was taken out by Carlito. I think Carlito is turning face, and I actually think that
It'd be
heel. I'm sorry, heel.
Yeah,
heel, and I think what's the name? What's the name?
Zelina Vega.
I think Vega. She's gonna turn heel too. I actually think
Andrade.
Andrade's good. Andrade's gonna be good.
Yeah, but she's all with Andrade. So who do you think's winning this one then, Dom?
I actually think Dominic is gonna win for losing last year. He's gonna win this, and it's gonna propel.
And I'm gonna jump in and agree with Dom here. I think the bad guys win, and I do agree that Carlito is turning heel because not only did Ray not pick him to tag with him because he picked Dragon Lee, then Dragon Lee gets knocked out, and then he picks Andrade, who just showed up off the street.
Exactly.
Carlito's going to be pissed. Carlito's going to interfere. He's going to cost them the match, and the bad guys win.
Yep.
I agree. I'm taking Dirty Dom and Santos Escobar to win this match because if Dom wins, then him and Ray are one apiece. Then you're going to get a third. You're going to get that rubber match for Ray's career on the line, and Dom will win that one, and he'll pass the torch to Dom, and that's when Ray will ride off in the sunset.
There you go. Yep.
Possible.
As much as I don't like Dom, he's amazing heel though. He does great heat.
Mm-hmm. And another reason, really quick, what's his name? I'm freaking going blank. Right here. What's his name?
Andrade.
I don't think he's gonna go on SmackDown because he was brought out to be Raw. He just got on Raw. So I think
but his wife's over there.
Oh yeah, but I think that's gonna.
They usually keep them together. So I mean, they could shift, and Charlotte could come.
They could. No, they definitely could. But I don't know. Like I said, Carlito is definitely gonna turn heel. That's already.
And also at the same time, they've been bleeding the lines between who goes on what show the last 6 months. Like it doesn't matter who's on what show.
And I'm trying to say that draft thing. Yeah, you might have some people go, but I believe the champion should be able to go back and forth on each show and give other opportunities, and to make the whole connection cohesive thing better, a better opportunity, a better show. Because
I agree. I like the split. But I do think certain titles being able to go across brands, like some of the tags, like the women's tag, that's fine. I also think we need a mid-card women's title. It's too long. We need like a mid-level workman like women's title.
Women's Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like an Intercontinental Championship for the women. Like they need
bring back like the European title, but make it a
Diva
women's
title.
Yeah.
What about
I don't like the connotations the Diva title brings, though.
Mm-mm.
What about like the TV title? They had the TV title at one time too. Remember
that? Yeah, they did.
Some title. I just want them to have. There needs to be a belt that like we could see like Liv Morgan having and being fighting for right now. They're not in the main event picture. There's got to be something for the undercard to
be able to fight. A speed title that they just made now for and apparently Ricochet was supposed to win that. So that's another championship that's for the men, but the women do actually need another 1 or 2 championships to give more opportunities.
Dunn's thing.
Yeah.
That speed title. All right, Sticks, what do you got? What do you got on this one?
I just want to say real quick with the back and forth, that might end anyways, because once they go over to Netflix, they'll be on the same channel. So they won't really be too much of a
only
beavers them.
Netflix. Raw is SmackDown's not.
Yeah, SmackDown's staying on USA.
Yeah.
Or going to USA instead of Fox.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which also leads me to
I thought they were both going.
I'm just going to say that I'm thinking when we do get this to next year, again, thinking way far down the line, I think SmackDown goes to be a 3-hour show once it goes to USA, because I think USA can do 3 hours of programming. Yes. They don't have a news segment at 10. So I think SmackDown becomes a larger roster with more time because they get to go 3 hours. And then Netflix can do whatever the hell they want because they're Netflix.
Yeah. They can do 2 hours and 17 minutes if they want.
Yeah. So I think on this one, I think it was Andrade that took out Dragon Lee. to get onto the team to double cross them in the end to make them lose. And Dom and Escobar win in this match. I think Carlito might show up to help them out because Andrade double cross them to say, hey, I told you.
Six is thinking he's actually going to help them, and he's going to still be on this side to defend.
Yeah, I agree with Sticks. That's exactly.
And they're still the ones who win.
Yeah. Dom's going to win this match.
Yeah. Dom's going to win. Him turning face out of the blue like that just screams double cross to me.
Ooh.
Andrade.
He wasn't a heel when he came back.
Exactly.
Well, he came out with them.
Ooh.
And last tonight.
There we go.
So
yeah, I don't know. That was just a weird little play. I mean, he didn't really have a side when he came out, but he still kind of had face moments.
He came out with him. They knew he was coming out. And he came out with him.
And he's been talking to Judgment Day for a while.
Yeah,
but it just really, I don't think, he actually came back. He came back to be a good dude, and he was just talking. But that's why I'm saying he's good. He's going to be good.
Mm.
I don't think so.
I guess we'll defer Bruce's pick on this one. I don't think it's going to. Well, I mean, we're all on one side anyway.
Yeah.
If he's got a take when he comes back, he can give it. But otherwise, let's keep rolling because we're not even to Sunday yet. We're still on Saturday.
Yeah. We gotta move.
Yeah.
Not that it matters. I'm kind of having fun.
Yeet.
Yeet or no yeet?
Yeet.
Yeet.
Main event all the way.
So Matt's going yeet. I agree with Matt. I don't think we have to go too far into this. I think that's what's got to happen. Is there any interference? We seeing this guy?
I say he's the only. I think he will because they're all brothers, so he's going to play into it somewhere. But I think
the other
they
question:
fend him off.
Do we see this guy?
Oof.
I got a feeling we might see both of them somehow just kind of come into play in some way. Rikishi's been talking about coming back forever. Like his boys are going to be they're going to be face to face.
Yeah. The fact that he hasn't come back yet is very surprising.
I think No Yeet gets it.
Yeet gets it.
For one particular reason. They've been playing him dirty every freaking time. Every time he tries to get
I know.
A high five to Solo, he gets always never gets a high five. Always holds his hand out there. Always
because he tried to be the chief. He tried to be the chief while Roman was away.
I know, but at the end of the day, I actually think because the way he's been handled, I think he's going to get the win over his brother. But this is the thing. He's going to get the win over the brother. But this fight is going to bring more layers to the bloodline. This fight is going to be a very significant fight to what happens in the final bloodline feuds, the final fights. So that's why I think.
You think this is something this is going to play into Sunday or the Saturday? It's
going to play into Sunday. It's going to play into Sunday because they are going to have a bloodline rules match. It's going to be bloodline rules because we get to that point. But the fact is that
we'll get to that one.
Yeah, that this fight has a main significance.
I'm also going to say I was positive Jay was going to be the one to beat Gunther. I thought they were going to give Jay the belt. I thought Jay was going to be defending the belt against his brother at WrestleMania. I thought that would have been the way to go to dethrone Gunther, like who would have been worthy, but they didn't do that. That's just a side note I just wanted to put out there that it reminded me of that.
You got to understand one thing. They were one of the greatest tag teams out there. You separating them. They're fantastic as a tag team.
They are. They are.
You want to separate them, but I don't. For them being a tag team for so damn long and being that dominant, right? You separate them, and you'll have they're on different shows and they're getting their things. But in the main picture, they're going to be a tag team again.
Well, of course, at some point.
At some point. But the fact is that I'm telling you, this fight is a big thing with this fight because they sweep it underneath the rug. Oh yeah, it's brother versus brother, but there's something more to this fight that is going to come into play in the final fight.
All right, who else? We got Sticks, we got Dub, we got Bruce. You still have to weigh in.
I'll go. Either way this goes, it's going to be an emotional fight. I think my pick is going to be Jay because he broke away from the bloodline first, and it only makes sense for him to win this match against his brother. So that's my pick.
I'll move the other two off here for now. Dub, Sticks.
What do you got? Sticks?
I'm gonna agree with Dom on one thing that I think these two made a better tag team than they do singles. I mean, they could still hold their own singly, but I think they were a whole lot better with their tag team. I do think that which one? At the I'm gonna get him confused. Jay is not gonna win.
Jay's a good one these days.
Yeah, I think Jimmy's gonna get over on him and win this match.
Oh wait, so you think the heel's gonna win?
Yeah.
He's with Dom. He'll win. Long haired Jimmy. Long hair. Used to wear the hat. Doesn't wear the hat anymore.
No hat.
They changed their tattoos around, so he can't go up the tattoos on their arms because
You just gotta say Naomi's husband. There you go.
he did.
So
but Jay got so many extra tattoos. Like he's got full sleeves now. And he's got palm trees on his side.
I know.
That had to hurt.
That did.
So Jimmy thinks Jimmy's gonna win. So I just with Solo interfering. That's and then, what's up, Anthony?
I can see that. I can see it, but I just feel like they want this is the feel good moment. Well, they want the feel good moments too.
Yeah, I think this is a Jay match all the way. Although I don't really, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care that much who wins. But the whole Rikishi thing is interesting to me that you brought up. If if Rikishi shows up, they're hugging at the end of the match, and brothers are gonna reunite.
Right.
That'd
be an interesting angle right there.
I think there's more to that. I think Rikishi shows up. That's a good theory, but I think there's gonna be more to that down the line.
Yeah, Rikishi shows up and he's on the bloodline side and he stink faces his boy.
Yeah.
I think
Jay gets a stink face in the corner.
I'll get back to it later on. What I think's gonna happen.
All right, well let's finish off. Saturday night, we got the last match of the night.
I mean, Cody said they're losing.
We all know where this is gonna go.
Yep.
As much as you don't want it to.
So let me ask this question, since I feel like we're all gonna give a similar answer to this. I want to ask who's gonna get the pin and who's gonna get pinned.
That's the tough part.
That's the question.
That's what I've been racking my brain trying to figure out how this is going to play out. And my gut tells me Cody takes the pin.
From who?
The
Rock, yeah. I agree. I think Cody takes
Rock,
the pin.
It feels like
from The Rock.
I mean, it's not going to be fair. It's not going to be a fair pin. There's potential for who knows is going to show up to already mess with his match. But I do think that's where it's going to go because I don't think there's any way we get past bloodline rules.
They've already been setting it. Cody's just been taking beating after beating after beating from The Rock. So they're not going to change that now because they want you to think going into the Sunday night that Cody has absolutely no chance.
Exactly.
And so I agree that Cody's going to eat the pin from The Rock.
Yep.
I agree with that. 100%.
I think that, and I think there's going to be, some type of injury. Like Seth is probably going to have an injured elbow or an injured leg where it's going to come in wrapped up the next day for his match. And maybe Cody as well. I don't know. Like, I think they're both going to suffer at least what happened on Raw, something equivalent to that. I mean, they got beaten down pretty bad, and I think it might happen again.
Okay. I mean, it's. Is there any chance? I mean, I know because we're gonna get to Dom. Like Dom, he's got his crazy conspiracies.
Yeah.
Are we gonna see any sort of turn here? Are we gonna see somebody not be on his side and decide to help these guys out?
Nah, not with this. I can tell you that. Not with
what
this.
I'd ask.
No.
But I can tell you this.
Oh boy.
I can tell you that Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest will be coming out. I think Damian Priest is gonna tease coming out trying to do the Money in the Bank, because you have both champions fighting, so he can take a pick. Whoever gets beat up quick, he can jump in and try to take. But I think that
so you think that tease?
Yeah, I think there's going to be a tease by Money in the Bank, because you have both champions. They're going to beat the shit out of each other, and McIntyre is going to come out and kind of. You see, I actually think what's going to happen is McIntyre is going to interfere, and that's how Cody's going to lose, because McIntyre is going to interfere with Seth and cause that problem. And that's when Damian Priest is going to come out and they get second thoughts, because I think it's going to be time. He's going to try to tease it, but it's going to happen another time.
You sure you don't want me to just throw Seth in there too? So I'm crowding up the screen with all these crazy ideas.
No,
we're in the last match of Saturday, and Dom wants a heel turn and a screw job in every match.
No, not with this. Not with this.
Well,
This is going to be The Rock is going to pin Cody because of interferences of a McIntyre, and Priest is going to come out and like the other side said, well, what championship he's going to go for? That's Saturday night. When we get through this, it's Sunday. All
right. Well, we got to hear what Bruce. Bruce, you with us? Or are you going to be on the side of the face?
I am with you guys because there's going to be interference. There's no way the bloodline doesn't come out or McIntyre comes out and interferes. And it, like Matt said, does sets up for Cody to prevail Sunday night. Well, that's.
Yes. No, I know. Also, I think for the Sunday night, I think it has to be Bloodline rules for a lot of other reasons. So we can get a lot of other fun things occurring. Yep. But also, we got McIntyre whispering with Paul Heyman in the background of shows. We see him working on something. So it's possible he could interfere. But yeah, Rock pins Cody. That's how we see the night ending. Hey,
so
it took an hour for night one.
Really quick, I popped this up before, but Jimmy thinks that Seth agreed to the match for Cody.
Thanks
so
for keeping the chat involved.
Absolutely. And he says that Seth will take the pin and he will cause Cody to have bloodline rules on Sunday. So that's an interesting way to Seth cause it.
That's an idea, Jimmy.
Yeah,
but
I like that.
Again, as we get into Sunday, I have a reasoning for why I think Cody takes the pin and not Seth. We'll get to it when we get to the other matches.
Yeah, they want Cody to look as weak as possible. Like they want you to think all the deck is stacked against Cody.
All hope is lost.
Nothing he can do. All hope is lost.
Yep.
Is there any other randomness that you guys are expecting for night one that you want to throw out there that could happen? You don't have to. You could save it for night two.
Just
anything that you think might come into play in any of these matches.
In one of these matches, we could have a surprise reappearance of somebody that hasn't been around for a while.
Who's that?
You know,
we need names, Dom. Names.
Well, listen. No, actually, Sunday you missed the street fight. The street fight with
It's Sunday.
It's Sunday. I thought it was Saturday.
No, Street Fight Sunday. The Bobby Lashley and
Saturday? Okay.
Yeah, because there's 7 matches already for Saturday, and there's only 6 for Sunday.
Okay. So yeah, me personally, I like. The only thing I could possibly think of is Rikishi does come out for the Suns.
I can see that for sure.
That he's a surprise referee. Who knows? And he helps Jimmy win.
A surprise referee.
I know because we don't know because they might have him as the ref. You don't know. He come out.
That's true. I mean, I'm just thinking he might just come out.
But I don't think anything else on Saturday night. I think Sunday night's the night where we see.
So no. The only reason why I think Saturday would be if there's something that's going to be unrelated to the storyline. If they wanted to bring back a return, this is their chance to do something. If they were to do it, if they wanted to bring back,
Uncle
Howdy,
a Howdy,
No, I
and
don't.
or Alexa, it would be a Saturday, not a Sunday
No,
thing. 'Cause
I actually
don't see
think
how they
it'd
would
be a
play into a storyline. That's why.
I think a Monday Night Raw is good for the return.
That's
for them
also
to-
possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Because
think
you
those
have
are
to finish
more
off these
Monday Night
storylines.
Raws.
Remember, Saturday and Sunday to finish off these storylines that have been going on. Majority, and the storylines will continue, other ones, but there's some final storylines with the WrestleMania Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
So
I
you
could
can build up new storylines later on because, like I said, the draft is coming. If they, regardless of the fact they're going to be doing a lot of switching, and that's where you can determine. I have a feeling the Uncle Howdy and Alexa Bliss thing is going to come into play later on in the year.
It's possible. What you got, Matt?
I could definitely see like Solo and Jimmy beating on Jay, and Rikishi comes out and then just spanks all of his kids, just spanks all his boys.
Yeah,
Stink faces all of them.
stink faces for everyone.
Yeah,
That'd be awesome.
I think we're gonna have maybe 2 surprise appearances.
I got
2.
Oh, 2.
Jesus, what do you got for me?
I think John Cena's gonna appear
On Saturday.
Yes, because he's not doing anything. He has nothing going on. Just pop up, and he hinted at it the other night on Jimmy Fallon that he will be appearing at WrestleMania.
Yeah, well, I got him showing up then tomorrow. Or on
yeah,
Sunday.
tomorrow. Okay,
But he could.
I think Bruce is onto something because you set it up. You set this big Avengers thing up they're talking about with John Cena and Stone Cold appearing Saturday, and then I'll get into it later. I don't want to because it rolls into the bloodline stuff. The Cody.
I know that's why in my head I was saving that for
So
Sunday. Why we needed bloodline rules. So
I think
there's
you
a
see both of
rationale
them. You see both of them on Saturday and like a backstage vignette or something like talking to Cody and Seth before the match or something. You see these two there to set this up.
Is it all about the truck appearance, Dom? Is that why we also might see these guys because of the truck teases?
Well, listen, I sent on the chat. I sent the truck. Brock Lesnar's in the back of the truck. So we don't know that Brock Lesnar might come out because remember, I'm telling you, if all this happens, it's going to be Sunday.
That's Sunday, what I'm thinking. I'm thinking most of
the because we all know that we all are in definitely that Cody is going to finish his story. We get to that point.
Yeah,
but this is going to all play into that in Sunday. So when we get to Sunday, we start talking about the Sunday part.
All right, well, let's get to Sunday because it's we're already getting late here in the evenings. I'm not sure people. Well, we're gaining viewers, so people are still into this.
Yeah, hey, there you go.
We'll keep rolling. If you guys are into this, we'll just keep going.
Hey, everybody on X or Twitter.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I haven't been able to pay attention to the chat because
Dub's doing a fine job.
So Dub's doing the work. He's doing the.
I got it. I'm holding it down. Don't worry. All
right, so Sunday, the big day. There's only 6 matches as opposed to 7. I don't know if they're going to sneak one in. Probably will depend how Saturday, I guess, plays out. But doesn't it make sense to me that we open with this, right? I mean, this is probably how Sunday's going to open.
All right, I have a theory on this one.
We're doing this one first.
I have a theory on this one.
It's okay. I got a theory on this one too.
Nice.
All night we've heard Damian Priest this, Damian Priest that. This is where Damian Priest comes into play.
Yep.
CM Punk's on commentary.
Yep.
CM Punk is going to get involved in this match. Drew's going to go for the win. CM Punk's going to get involved, hit Drew with a go to sleep, walk out. Seth's going to be laying. Damian Priest comes in and cashes in. This is where the Damian Priest cash in comes in.
Well, actually,
you're gonna have them feud, and then when they do Clash at the Castle in Scotland, that's when you're gonna have Drew McIntyre
there
take the title out.
That's where Drew's getting the belt.
Yes.
But I also, I don't know if you want to let Dom go. I do agree that Damian probably cashes in this match, but I do think Seth still takes the pin, whether there's interference or not. I think it would be funnier if Drew does get the belt, but he gets it taken away right away by Damian Priest, and he has to get it back at Clash of the Castle.
Well, you see, that's what I was about to say too.
That's why I was thinking Drew winning, but then losing it right away and being so he still gets to be angry Drew doing more videos, and he can maybe it's Punk, like Matt said. Maybe that's what happens after Drew wins. Punk does something and comes in and helps Damian cash in and take the belt from him just to give him a big fuck you. Like, okay, you won. But
they set it up today at the press conference because Drew comes out with 2 muffin, gives him to corporate Punk. He talks shit on Punk. Punk can't say anything back to him. And I think, and Punk's not wearing the brace anymore. And there's been a lot of speculation that his arm is healed, but he wasn't healed in time to be, in this match. So I think he gets involved. And I could see Seth eating the pin, McIntyre winning, Punk hitting the GTS, and then leaving. And then that's when Damian Priest comes out and cashes in.
Because you originally, so I'm going to do it this way, because you originally said Seth wins, but we'll lose the belt to Priest. So I'm going to put yours on that side of Priest.
I think what I was originally said was that McIntyre is going to go for the pin, like he's going for the 1, 2, 3, and Punk's going to pull him off, hit him with the GTS. Seth's going to be left laying, and then that's when Priest is going to show up and cash it.
So just straight up, Priest just takes it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go this way on this side of Priest, thinking that McIntyre wins it, but loses it to Priest because they'll think Priest walks out of WrestleMania with the belt. And Dom was also in on this. Where were you at on this one?
The same thing what you were talking about. Seth is losing. He's going to lose the belt. See, I think that.
Is he losing it to McIntyre or is he losing it to Priest?
Well, McIntyre is actually going to win. McIntyre is going to have verbal back and forth with Punk. And he's going to win. And he's going to show Punk, you see, I got my WrestleMania moment. I got the belt. Damian Priest is going to come and take it from him. And then Punk is going to have the last laugh. And that's going to cause the feud even more between McIntyre and friggin' CM Punk. After this, Priest is going to have the belt. McIntyre is going to have his long feud with CM Punk come friggin' in Scotland. That's what's going to happen. But Priest is going to have the belt for a minute because they're losing they're going to lose the tag team belts. He cashes his moment. Punk is going to have the last laugh because McIntyre will be the whole time champion. And then when he does win the belt, he's going to put it in Punk's face. I got the belt. And that's when Priest comes out. And
I still think Punk's got to do something to take.
And Punk is going to laugh. And you know what? It could be Punk, but I'm just saying it's going to be like that. McIntyre is going to win. He's going to pin Seth. He's going to win, but Priest is leaving with the belt.
I think this is where you're going to get your Judgment Day split because Priest will come out on Raw the next night and call a bunch of them losers for losing all their gold, and then he's going to split from the group because there's already that tension there with Dom letting other people use his darts.
That's possible.
Yep.
And also here's before I know we still got 3 more guys to weigh in on this one, but before we get to that, I just want to wrap up my opinion with this. Why I still think McIntyre wins, but gets it taken away. I think the Punk angle of him, helping McIntyre lose the belt helps to build that story for maybe SummerSlam. But Clash of the Castle, which we also all noted, is in Scotland.
Yep.
Drew's got to win in Scotland.
When is that?
That's in June. That's what I was going to say. That's in June. So it's after Backlash, and it's in June. But you also have to keep McIntyre heel. How do you keep McIntyre heel, but have his hometown crowd cheer for him? You need to have another heel champ like Priest at this point have the belt at that time. He can't beat Seth.
But you can have, after the Seth angle's over, you can have Drew go face because he's going to be facing off against Punk. You're going to keep Punk face, or
I still think he'd be better as his heel and let Punk be the face in their storyline at SummerSlam. A couple months later in August is it, or is it in
August? Is SummerSlam?
August,
yeah,
because Money in the Bank's in July, and isn't that in Canada or something? They're all over the place this year.
One of them is Cleveland, right? Oh, I forgot something.
Wait, SummerSlam's in Cleveland.
Oh, SummerSlam.
SummerSlam is coming to Cleveland.
Money in the Bank is in Toronto.
Money in the Bank. That thanks, Six. That's what I was thinking. One of them was also over. They're not going to be a U.S. pay-per-view for a while.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay. So Sticks, Dub, Bruce, you guys still got to weigh in on this one.
Yeah.
I'll go. I think Seth retains. I know McIntyre has been putting in the work and he's become better wrestler, better commentary on the mic. But I think it's going to set up a Seth freaking Rollins and CM Punk rivalry for the title going forward. I don't think
we'll have that too.
I don't think Money in the Bank is going to be used this match. And I think he retains because I think the CM Punk and Seth Rollins storyline is a lot better than anything that's going to happen in the near future.
I mean, he's got to use it. These time's running out on him to use it.
I know, but I don't think it's going to be this match.
I mean, I thought about that too, but this is still what I think. I'm back. They got to get that thing out of the way because we've only got until July to get the next one.
Wouldn't it be the first time it didn't get cashed in though?
Usually gets cashed in.
Bruce has got the first. What's that, Dub?
So I think it always has been cashed in, maybe not successfully, but I don't think it's ever not been cashed in.
Yeah, it's never not been cashed in.
Right. I'm gonna say that
they pushed, but they did push one past
the time,
like whatever the time frame was, because they didn't have another Money in the Bank yet. Like somebody went longer than I think the year, whatever they said it was, like the year, because they didn't have a Money in the Bank like set, but we do have a Money in the Bank set, so there will be another Money in the Bank champion. So I feel he has to get rid of it before then.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Can't have two.
Yeah, can't have two. But I do remember there was a time, I think there was a deadline, and they just kind of ignored it.
Let it go.
Just kept going with whatever story that they were telling because they just didn't care.
So I think Drew and CM Punk is a good enough feud that it doesn't need to have a title involved with it. It'd be fine if it did, but those two are going to be just fine if they go at each other without a title. I think CM Punk will cost Drew winning the title somehow. I don't know what he'll do. If he can be physical, he probably will, but he doesn't have to be physical to cost Drew that title. He can get up on the apron and distract him, something silly like that, and get him to lose. I think Seth will retain, and I don't think Damien's going to cash in. I think Damien will cash in if he does on Monday night.
Also possible. Monday is a big night too.
Mm-hmm. We need to leave something for Monday.
All right, Sticks, what do you got? You're our last holdout here.
You're muted.
All right. Yeah.
Oh.
I was like, we know you're muted.
Sticks has a big presentation, so I had to take a drink first.
Yeah. So, I'm kind of torn on this one because I like a lot of the stuff that you guys are saying.
Yeah, like anybody who's presented a story to me, it'd be entertaining.
Yeah.
Everybody's ideas would be fun.
Yeah. So I can see the angle of the Punk McIntyre at Clash. All those scenarios kind of work.
Yeah, he might be healthy by then because I think if like Matt said, if he's not healthy already, he's supposed to be healthy soon.
I think if Drew loses and Damien cashes in on Seth, that would still run to him getting the title shot through Damien, but losing, and then having Punk win the title from Damien, and then make it meeting up at Clash at the Castle, because there's about three months there. We got, so there might be
Clash is in June.
You might get a revolving title for a couple times.
We might. So you got Damien taking it.
Yeah.
Out of here.
Yeah. At the end, Damien will have the belt.
Slow down, Sticks.
Can I?
Nobody sees any help if quid pro quo. If Drew interferes, we see these guys show up. No.
I think after Saturday they're done with Seth.
Let me put one thing in here.
Any appearances from this guy after they're done to say I'm next?
No.
That's Goldberg. Okay. That's Goldberg.
Let me have one last thing to say. Damien Priest.
Next.
I'm sorry. Who's next? Anybody wants to talk next? Anybody else?
No, go ahead.
I want to say one thing really quick. I think they're pushing Damien Priest to be a face. So him winning the belt is going to cause tension in the in Judgment Day, and I think he's going to have his feud with Judgment Day. He's going to have the belt. I think like Drew doesn't need the belt to have a good fight with CM Punk. I think they're going to fight before they're going to get any type of a gold down the road. Damian Priest, this is his time to shine. They're going to push him. He's going to turn face, and he's going to have his problems with the Judgment Day moving forward after this. The whole thing with the title after this, there's other stories that are going to have to play into it. But Damian Priest is going to win, and
I hear you about the face turn for Damian Priest, but again, in my mind, that's going to happen after he loses that belt to Drew in Scotland. That's when his face turn will happen. Because
as long as they don't make him the Archer of Infamy again.
I just don't think Drew is a. I don't know. I kind of look at Drew more as an anti-hero than a true heel. So I think that's why he could go either, or he could ride that line like Stone Cold did.
Yep.
He hasn't actually gone full on heel. He's just kind of ignored, or just accepted help, but he didn't cheat per se.
He's hypocritical. He lets people help him. He's not full heel, but he gets cheered. Yeah. People are cheering for him, so that's why he could get.
And he's got history with the Judgment Day too. So with making deals with Rhea Ripley. So
all right. Well, I think nobody has Drew keeping the belt though. We have him winning it but losing it.
Well, because they put so much emphasis on that. I won the title in front of nobody story.
Yeah.
How big of a slap in the face would it be to Drew to win the title and then lose the title 2 minutes after winning
in front of everybody?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. That's what that's my story. But then he still gets his big return in his home
Clash of the Castle.
That's what I'm getting.
And I think that's when you'll get him versus Punk at SummerSlam. Punk takes that title off him at SummerSlam, and then
exactly
Punk will carry the title till Mania, where he faces Seth Rollins at next year's Mania in Vegas, and that's when you'll get his main event against Seth Rollins. Because that Seth Rollins Punk feud seems to have taken a massive backseat. They don't really talk about it anymore.
Exactly. Yeah, and I actually think Seth is turning heel. He's going to turn heel because people like CM Punk. So you need a bet. Look, you can't have two bad guys. Look, Seth Rollins is helping Cody, right? Think about it. He's helping Cody, but he hates Punk. But Punk is good friends with Cody. I am good friends with Punk, and they'll go back and forth. It makes sense.
Are they good friends?
I know, but it makes sense for Seth to turn heel.
He might, but
we get to the thing. I have a whole thing with Seth, so we'll talk about that.
Hell, he was heel all the way up to the point when he won the belt.
I know.
Yep.
Yeah, he was.
It's just because everybody started cheering him and singing his song is why he became a face. He was supposed to be our Joker. Like he was supposed to be bad guy.
Yep.
But anyway, all right, let's keep it rolling because we spent like 20 minutes on that first match. But we only got 5 left. All right. Street fight. Philadelphia street fight. The Pride versus the Final Testament.
I go back to I'd take Bobby Lashley, the Pride, because nobody cares about the Final Testament.
Nope.
Karrion Kross has been a dud on the main roster compared to what he was in NXT.
And those two guys that are with him, like, they can't do anything. They're not wrestlers. They're just big dudes.
Well,
they don't. I mean, they don't really do very many moves. I mean, they can't really wrestle. They pick people up and throw them on the ground.
They were shipped off once for a reason.
Yeah, that's it. Like
I was hoping for somebody to come back, but
jeez,
doesn't look like it's happening.
Yeah, well, he came out tonight with.
I know. Almost. I was wondering if they were going to come out together, but
he did come out together with him. He came out both.
No, I mean, but with
with
Lashley. But it doesn't look like we're getting that.
Montel Latavius Porter MVP balling.
But I also agree that they've got to win. They've been just getting their asses kicked for too long. For no reason, like not even matches. They just get jumped.
Yeah.
That's it.
They
Looking like
fucked up the
punks,
whole
so they gotta
celebration
come
with
up.
the champagne and stuff like that for the stuff like that. It was kind of.
I've got
What's
one
up?
request though. BFAB has to get rid of those Annie braids. The color red that she chose is just awful. I like.
Hasn't she been
white.
fired and brought back 3 times now too?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is her third time back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we need a really awkward match between her and Scarlett.
Yeah.
Does she wrestle though? Does BFAB even? I don't think she
I
wrestles.
think she does.
She
From what I've
has.
seen, she did.
I don't think she's that good yet. Maybe she can get better.
Yeah,
But she has wrestled. She's
Okay.
done some things.
I probably
Just like Scarlett has.
skipped over that.
Yeah, actually, me
Probably for
personally,
good reason, Dubba.
I think Bobby Lashley and the
Profits.
the Profits are going to win. They're going to win because they've been getting their asses kicked every week after week, losing opportunities, and I think you have to give a W to them for one time.
Are they staying face or are they going heel with this?
No,
win?
this is my thing. This is what's going to happen. I'm going to give you a good prediction of this. I think the Final Testament isn't working out. I don't think it's working out to the way they wanted it to. So I think the Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits are going to win. Friggin' Cross, he's going to wind up getting pinned. He's going to get pinned.
Okay.
And the rest of the Testament is going to get pissed off, and they're going to pummel him. He's going to turn good. He's going to turn good with Scarlett. They're going to leave.
Nobody wants to see that.
The Final Testament is actually that's going to be. They're going to have their fights with the Final Testament. But
I don't think anybody cares. I honestly,
I don't think anybody cares. But you know what? They're missing an opportunity because I think that him and Scarlett could be the Joker and Harley Quinn of the WWE if they did the card, because he's sick and psychotic, and she's.
Well, you just said they're going face, so they're going to be that.
But they could do an opposite way. But I think but they could have been if they did it the right way. But I actually think that he's going to get pinned, and that's going to cause the big rift in the New Testament.
Yeah, but like I said, that side of things, the
New Testament is not working out the way it should.
Final Testament kind of sucks.
Is this the story? Is this the story you pitched Disney and Kathleen Kennedy for Star Wars?
Listen, shut the hell up.
I want heel Lashley. I want heel Profit. I want these guys to be bad guys.
I would wrestling than I know about other things, and know more about wrestling than you. So you better keep it down a level.
Bruce, what do you think is going to happen in this match?
I think the Pride is going to win. Bobby Lashley is a beast, unstoppable, and I don't care about Cross and his bouncers from the club from down the street.
Yeah, no,
I really
don't.
don't.
Cares. They suck.
Nobody cares about these guys.
I want the Pride to be heels, though. Like, I don't know. I want them to be heels.
They were going that way. They were headed that way, and then these other guys showed up and then messed it all up.
No,
I don't like seeing Bobby Lashley go with the crowd doing his. Hey. No, I want him going out there just, I'm bigger than everybody. I'm going to kick somebody's ass.
But
like,
they did. Didn't they kick Rey Mysterio's ass? They did all that stuff. They were heels. But then
I know, for like a minute, and then they went, People still sing his song and cheer with him, so let's.
Yeah.
What do you think, Sticks?
This makeshift bad guy team of nobody gives a shit. And
so for me, I do like the Pride, and I like them individually. I guess I haven't really gotten to see too much of them together. It seems like every time I watch them, the Street Profits are getting rolled under a bus.
Getting bounced out of the club.
Yeah, bounced out of the club. Yeah, so you get the bouncers here. I think the Pride will take it. I'm with you guys. I don't like these two buffoons that came in. The only reason they got them was because they're big and I guess they're tough looking.
That's it.
This is the match of more Bobby Lashley, and who cares
about
these guys?
I mean, I've got kids at school that are bigger than or meaner looking than these kids, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Pride on this one. They'll have a good day with these guys.
Like I said, the Final Testament T-shirts are atrocious too.
You're talking about that cross with a little
the FT.
Yeah, it's like a
so
cross
bad.
with a little like a
With
little
extra line in
indent.
it.
Yeah, to make
Yeah.
it look like an F.
What
Yeah.
Transformers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't love the name The Pride. However, I still think they're gonna win. Every time I see Karrion Kross, his music, whatever, I get surprised that it's him, and then I forward through the match, or whatever the segment is. I can't
They
stand
were good
watching.
at NXT. I just don't understand how they screwed it up.
Yeah, well, they did. They screwed it up bad. It's. I can't stand watching them or Scarlett on TV ever. And Paul, like you said earlier, Paul Ellering's there, and it's sad that he's there, and they still can't make it work.
Before they took him off the roster for a little while, who was he? Who did he have the big rivalry with?
AJ Styles.
Yeah, and
He had that. He also had Drew. Do you remember? He had Drew McIntyre. Also,
Rey
Rey
Mysterio.
Mysterio.
Yeah.
He couldn't beat anybody.
No.
And he brought everybody else down instead of going up.
He just couldn't rebound from that weird.
We all got the Pride.
Roman Gladiator Coliseum outfit that Vince put him in when he came up. He just couldn't rebound, and he took the pin to Jeff Hardy when he first showed up, and then he couldn't get a footing.
And at one point, wasn't the Pride calling themselves like Corporation or something like that, or
they just didn't have a name. They were just
dressing in suits and
dressing in suits
and drinking champagne and
they were going to turn heel. They were heel, and they turned good all of a sudden off the bat.
Yeah, because Street Profits were no longer because they were a joke, and Bobby Lashley was going to make them champions and
made them serious.
But
Bobby Lashley drove him right into a feud with the Final Testament.
Also, what about their outfits? Like, I kind of miss the Profits old, when they had the sports themed outfits. I don't like these Michael Jackson looking like things
with
that
the
they're
fur
these days. No, with the weird buckles and there's like tassels and ropes and shit.
Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band type of outfits.
Yeah, and Dawkins got the white glove on. Like, what's going on here? Like, why are they doing this? They don't look tough.
They all want to live in a yellow
submarine. Did you see the new Snickers commercial with them in, and he's roasting the guys? And
I saw that today.
Yeah,
that's a funny commercial.
Well, I think we loaded up on this one. Okay, we can move on to the next one then.
Really quick, you want to hear something funny? So
What's
Chelsea
that?
Green was kicked out of the Plaza Hotel after she was they thought that she was an escort, and they kicked her out of the Plaza.
Did she ask?
Nice.
Chelsea Green.
Chelsea Green. That's funny.
I still thought her husband was coming.
He actually showed up in AEW.
Yeah, to fight Edge.
Edge.
Didn't they?
Adam Copeland.
They unceremoniously fired him a while back, right? That was he was one of the cuts.
Yeah,
they fired him years ago, and he's been just tearing up the indie scene. The indie guy. Yeah. He's won like every world championship in every promotion.
You also got like extra jacked.
No, but they said that now he's still a free agent. He could still go anyway. He's just appeared on just to have a feud with Edge now, and then he's still a free agent. But we'll see.
Well, that's it. Like Matt said,
Grogu, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Grogu.
Yeah. Why go? Because if he goes to WWE, he's not going to have a spot like at the top. They're going to put him in the mid card somewhere, and he'll just get lost like he did before. But triple threat match.
I have one or two scenarios with this.
I am looking forward to this match. I like all three of these guys. I'm a huge KO mark. I will admit it, but I mean, I can't say anything bad about Randy either. And I told all you guys that Logan Paul has definitely grown on me. So
this is when Dub sits down his sweatshirt and he's just got a Prime shirt on underneath.
Drink
Prime.
It's always going to be the KO shirt. It's the KO before Prime. So, but it's tough because like I said, I like all three of these guys, but I can't see a scenario where Logan Paul loses the title yet. I think he will, but this is a big match for him. He's debuting his in-ring promotion. or on ring, however you want to
right.
the prime ring.
The middle of the
Yeah,
circle.
he gets the middle
Prime
of
is
the
mid.
ring.
I like that sign today too.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was the best
That's
sign.
right.
So
That's
funny.
the front.
Right in his
Yeah.
face.
Yeah,
Yep.
perfect. They kept showing it. They showed it when he walked by, and then when he was talking to. But I think somehow he's going to win. This is a no DQ match because it's a triple threat.
Help.
Yeah, they're going to show up for sure. And he's got his jabronis that always come out too. I don't know who it's going to be, but he's always got somebody
KSI
out
sure.
there. Yeah, because Randy gave him the RKO a while back, so he'll be there. I think what's going to happen at the end of this, we might get a KO and Randy match after this is over. Not at Mania, but I think that's what it's going to lead to.
You're right. I think what's going to happen is that Logan Paul keeps the belt. He keeps the belt because he's actually, well, kidding aside, he's getting a lot of push and a lot of people. They may be booing him, but he's getting the spotlight. He's better than some wrestlers that have been there for years. This guy,
he's good. He put in the work.
I was never a big Logan Paul fan as a person that
Oh God, no, he's awful.
He's awful.
Horrible
He said he did on YouTube and stuff like that. But as a wrestler, this dude is awesome of what he's been accomplishing in such a short time that he's been a wrestler. But I see him holding the belt, but I do see KO turning heel.
KO turning heel.
I think KO's turning heel, not Randy. I think KO gets pissed off because they couldn't win, and he turns heel, and that's going to cause a match down the road between Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. Down the road, that's going to be. But I think KO has been good for so long, and we all thought that Randy Orton was going to turn heel. I think he's a good guy for now, but I think KO turns heel, and they're going to have the match down the road. Them two, and with Logan Paul, I see somebody else down the road, like one of the new NXT people coming in fighting Logan Paul. Ron Breakker. Who knows? But yeah. So
I'm gonna jump in and piggyback off of Dom because I disagree with the heel turn. I think Randy makes I love Randy as a face. He's funny. He gets smiles mostly because he plays well when he's working with somebody else funny like Riddle or KO. But on his own, he's fantastic as a heel.
Yes.
So if KO accidentally knocks into him, and then gets the chance to to win the belt, I can see them two fighting. I do agree that Paul's probably keeping the belt for a little bit longer. So I'm going to go with that, whether it's interference or what. But I do think at the end of the day, KO's not turning heel. It's going to be Randy. KO, did you see the shirt he brought out tonight? He's cool. The worst. Hey, that's me.
Was it? I couldn't tell. I couldn't see the shirt. I meant to look it up. Was it KO Mania? Did it say KO Mania on it?
Yeah, with KO Mania, and he had the three of them, and then he had notes for each. Randy was cool. He's cool. The worst for Logan Paul, and hey, that's me for himself.
Gotcha.
So he's not going heel. Randy, though, we can see Randy go heel again. Okay. That's what I think, but I do think Logan retains it for a little bit longer.
I'm going to agree. I think Logan's going to retain his popularity and all the eyes on him. And unfortunately, what I don't like about Paul, he's not an every week player on television.
Yeah.
It's you want to see the champion defend every week, and I don't like the way they're doing it with him. And I do agree, Randy Orton is amazing as a heel, and I think he's going to make a heel turn.
Yeah,
to counter that a little bit, Bruce, they're getting away from the titles being defended every week. They're making it more special, like UFC kind of thing. So they're making it a bigger deal for a title defense. So you're not going to get that same title. I mean, he might show up and not do something, but I mean, we saw Roman like every 4 weeks, once a month we see Roman,
Well, that's the other part of it. Like, I don't want to bleed into where we're going to finish this thing, but part-time champions, I think Logan can still maintain that if Roman's not doing the part-time champion thing. And you had Gunther, he defended it quite a bit. even
That's
though
true.
he
Yeah.
retained
Okay,
it.
that's fair.
He was
Yeah.
defending, and Seth was defending that shit every week until he just fell apart and his body couldn't hold up. And they're like, okay, let's slow down.
I mean,
Let's
I'm honestly
slow down.
okay with Logan only defending the title during premium live events, as long as he's wrestling at every premium live event.
Yeah,
I'm
as long as he
okay
makes
with it.
every month.
Where he's not like Roman, who goes a couple months without wrestling at anything and defending the title anywhere.
Worse, when he'll show up and wrestle in some weird ass tag match that means nothing and not
Right.
defend his actual title,
Mm-hmm.
just to stretch that shit. That's my problem with how long Roman's reign has gone. Yeah, I know what I did there. Well, we still got Matt to make a call and Sticks to make a call on this match.
Go ahead, Sticks. I'll concede to you.
All right. So, I don't agree with the heel turn for Owens. I could see Randy going heel. I think you're right. He is the better heel, but I'm not sure if this is when he turns on this one, because I think people still want him to kind of go up against Logan Paul, maybe singly. I think his two jobbers down here are gonna help him retain. But I think it seeds for having Randy meet up with him one-on-one to take the title down the road.
And these two shouldn't be jobbers, by the way. They shouldn't be. They've been treated that way.
They've been treated that way. Well, Waller should be a jobber. I don't really like Waller.
He's a joke.
I think Austin. I like.
He's
Austin
grown on
Theory.
me. I don't hate him like I used to.
I think Austin Theory's going through it because he was McMahon's golden boy. I think he's going through it. That's why he's getting jobbed at mid card.
He's paying his dues.
Yeah.
That he didn't have to do at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. I like Waller. I like his shtick.
Yeah. No.
With that said,
what do you think, Matt?
Randy heel turn. Randy has also had his best when you don't know.
But that's it right there. Like Randy could turn because he just voices in his head. You don't know what he's going to do, and all of a sudden he turns heel.
He can get away with doing something heelish and just RKOing somebody for no reason, and then next week, hey, we're buddies. And you're like, oh, okay. Your ass.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Logan Paul, #1 podcast. You know, he's the sponsor of that center, that mid ring has always been sacred in WWE, and now they are, running it out to prime. He brings prestige to that title. He gets that title in the media and talked about. Logan Paul retains. I think those two stooges will get involved, but Logan Paul retains.
Brass knuckles coming out.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, I would like it if Sammy wins and Kevin wins, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah,
I think Logan's going to win. Yeah, there's no way Logan's going to lose it. I think.
So now we've all made our picks. Up next, what started off as a filler match, but maybe it's got a little more teeth behind it now. Did you guys see the clips of them at the WrestleMania World? Like they're fighting in front of the tables.
That was the worst. The absolute worst. It was just a bunch of dudes hugging is what it was. It wasn't even like them fighting.
There was that one little toss that AJ threw him down. But yeah.
It was just
did you see LA Knight flub his line tonight? He forgot who he was.
Yep. Yep.
I got you. Then he just grinned.
Well, let's start off with Sticks with this one. I don't think he's let one off yet, Sticks. What do you think's going to happen here?
Yeah, the good idea.
Yeah. I like the night push. I think I don't 100% think he's like a big championship material, but like a lower championship might be in his future. AJ Styles has been, since he's been in Impact up until even now in the WWE, has been just what he is, phenomenal. Yeah. I think he's been so great over his career that I'd like to see him get a final push. I don't think he's going to be in this much longer. I think he's looking to wind down.
Yeah, he I think he is getting near the end, but I agree with you. I would like a nice one more push for him.
Yeah, so I'd like to see him get that final push.
He's also-
I think AJ Styles
Got
going to win.
jacked. Like since he came back from injury, AJ's looking big.
Yeah, whatever he was doing, he did it right. So, yeah, I agree.
He was looking jacked when that promo when LA Knight got arrested.
Yeah.
Huge. I was like, damn.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's just. But what's I'm just gonna say about LA Knight, like everybody accused, well, he's just doing everybody else's shtick. I'm like, okay. It doesn't help. Like, why the hell did he come out in Hulk Hogan's colors tonight? That was I don't know.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, out here looking like Hulk Hogan.
What's going on here? I'm gonna come out pretending to be Steve Austin, talking like The Rock, dressed like Hulk Hogan.
You know, it's just that's fun.
Just saying.
So I picked Styles. If he didn't,
You got Styles. I like
have
that.
Styles.
One more push.
Styles. Yep.
Who wants to follow? Who wants to go next? I could if nobody's ready.
I'll go.
Go ahead,
I want to go with LA Knight.
Yeah.
He's been success story. He's been this feud with AJ leading up to this has been good, and he really hasn't had anything since he lost that crown jewel.
Yeah.
So it's 20 years. Give the guy something. You know,
I thought he was going to be the one to face Logan Paul. That's what I thought we were getting. I thought we were getting him.
He probably would have been if he didn't get injured.
So that's my pick. LA Knight.
How in the hell did he survive being Max Dupree?
That was his man friggin' thing with him wanted to be Max Dupree. That was the problem.
I know. I get it. It was Vince's idea.
Vince pooped on someone. He
survived getting through that awful gimmick.
He had some really awesome promos in NXT, man. When he won the $1 Million Championship, and he had what's his name as his butler. It was funny as shit. You know,
Cameron Grimes. What happened to Cameron Grimes?
Oh man, they
got thrown out of the battle royal in 3 seconds.
He got thrown out in like off camera.
Off
screen later.
So did you see his neck on top of the top of where the people sit the
barricade?
The barricade. Like he landed, and they showed it, but they showed it quick and said, "Oh shit!" They go, "Oh, that didn't look good."
What about Tozawa? Like Ivar threw him over
Otis. He overthrew him.
Over Otis.
Yeah, it looked bad.
Yo, that was crazy.
Yeah, it looked much worse than it was because they showed the replay after the match and it didn't look as bad.
Otis try to catch him a little bit, but it looked bad in real time.
Ivar threw him way too far.
Night from DY, what's his face? He freaking jumped through the rope and he hit the freaking the announce table. He just went when he was fighting.
Well, man, that battle royal was rough. Did you guys see Angel Garza? He just jumped out.
Yeah, he jumped right out.
He just jumped out. After he got hit, he just jumped out.
Did you even see?
I guess he's done.
Amos freaking Amos get thrown out. They didn't even show it.
Kyle.
That also happened off camera.
Yeah.
During the commercial break, actually.
Or
during the commercial.
What do you think's gonna happen in this match, Dom?
Yeah,
I actually think it's gonna go to a no contest.
Oh,
no contest, huh?
Yeah, I think it's going to no contest because no one's talking about AJ Styles' brand new theme song that he's going to be premiering in WrestleMania. He's got a new theme song that's coming that he had for his personality now, and I think this feud is going to go another level. I think we'll get another feud in the next pay-per-view, like a Hell in a Cell type of match or something. It's going to go to a no contest. They're going to fight each other, and he's not going to be a winner in this.
He's not coming out to the new Beyonce song, is he?
No. Nah.
Is that why they were all dressed like cowgirls today? Like, I'm like, why are they dressed like cowgirls? That's not a smart idea.
Yeah. But
that's my wife said. I was like,
so it's going to be a draw for both of them.
A draw, huh? What?
A draw. Double DQ.
Double disqualification. Because it's going to be 3 matches.
They hit each other at the same time with chairs?
No. It's double count out. It's going to be either a count out or it's going to be this fight. No one's winning this fight. It's going to be a double disqualification.
I was gonna say we haven't had a double count out in a long time.
Yeah.
That's
All right,
interesting, Dom. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Pete.
No, I was gonna say, go ahead, Dom. I was looking who still had to go.
Yeah, that's an interesting take. I was thinking like, LA Knight's really. I mean, they built him up for a while. Then like The Rock came back, and now all of a sudden he's like dropped back down with time on screen and things like that. And they were giving him a huge push before, but then I saw how jacked AJ was, like you guys said, from that segment, and then it's hard to like pick against him too. So I didn't know what I was gonna do, but Dom might be right with the double DQ and getting the follow up. I know they've resolved a lot of storylines with WrestleMania, but this one might carry on and get a backlash. Steel cage match or
they're
something like that. It makes sense.
Together, great chemistry, and I think that you could have a three story arc with them, a 3-match arc.
Yeah, I like the camera when he was hiding as a cameraman. I like all those.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I thought that was really good
with the the hair and all that stuff. That was
really quick. One thing,
glasses.
We will get on screen.
It's like a switch.
We will get on screen. LA Knight, The Rock,
Go over the top.
Cold, all in the same room on Sunday.
Oh dang!
They're just going to be broing out in a leather vest off.
Yeah, what?
All right.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be long, Matt. So I'm just going to say I just think LA Knight probably gets the pin here. Crowd will love it. They cheer the LA Knight. AJ won't lose anything by losing this match. I still think he's making his way as a heel. I still hope he gets a push, like Stick said. I do hope he gets one more shot at a title somewhere. Like, give me something, because I always like the Phenomenal one. But I think LA Knight probably gets the pin here, even though I really don't like his name. Even in NXT, like I didn't like. I keep seeing LA Gear and British Knights. He took two shitty lines from the '90s and made a name, and I'm like,
yeah.
That, and when he puts the skull on his junk, it looks weird. It was just his logo. That's the only problem with him. I don't mind him as a person. I just don't like his name. La Knight. Don't like it.
Knight.
Yeah, I'll follow you. LA Knight wins. He's done with AJ Styles after this, and he starts feuding with Logan Paul, and he will win the United States Championship come SummerSlam.
I hope you're right, Matt.
That makes it, in Paul's hometown of sorts. Even though I thought Puerto Rico was his hometown too. All right, so we made all our picks there. We got 2 more matches. We got to do the ladies. Is there, not to kind of like rush this, but is there any way that Bayley doesn't win this?
No, I think she wins it, and I think you're going to get a Dakota Kai heel turn. I think this has been a game the whole time. Dakai's on her side. Dakota Kai's going to help.
Like a face turn?
Yeah, face turn. She's going to help Io, or she's going to help Bayley beat Io.
Despite their possible interference?
Yep.
Anyone else?
Yeah, Bayley. That's it.
Yeah. I think Bayley takes it.
This seems just like too much of a layup.
I don't want Bayley to win, but because I like Io, but
I like Io too, but they really haven't given her much to do.
No, they haven't.
But to be fair, they didn't give Rhea much to do either. Like both of them, they put them on autopilot. Like, go defend against Mia Yim. I mean, Michin.
Michin, Mia Yim.
Mia Yim again, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened with that. They messed up right at the beginning, and
unless something stupid happens, like what's her name? Tank Girl comes out and does something.
Shotzi.
Tank
Girl.
Yeah.
Come on, Tank Girl.
Yeah, Tank Girl.
Shotzi.
Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right.
And about Mi Chin, her name is still Mia Yim. It's Mi Chin Mia Yim Mia Yim is what her actual name is.
I know, but I don't.
But they only call her Mi Chin or whatever it is.
I don't like
Mi
it.
Chin or yeah, I get what you're saying.
Call her Mia Yim again.
Mean Chin.
Yeah.
I liked it when she's come out with the pull down her little bandana, #1 baddie.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Sticks, who were you? You were picking Bayley still?
Bayley.
Yeah. What about you, Dom? You're last up on this one.
You know, I got Bayley because she was a face. She got kicked out. Now she's a heel. She's a face. Everybody's backing her. Everybody wants her to win, and I got a feeling she is going to win. But there definitely will be interference. I think what's her name is going to win. Is going to help her. What's the face? Dakota. I think Dakota is definitely going to.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. She might after the other.
Yeah.
Turning her for losing the other match.
Yeah, so I actually think you're right. I think that she does. It was all a ploy and all a game just to gain the trust, and then boom, help Bailey out.
See, so, I don't think that's the reason. I think she gets the boot because she loses the other match for them, and she's trying to grasp at straws to, well, where can I go? Let me grab this lifeboat. But then, even though she helps Bailey win, Bailey still doesn't.
I do have one question about this match. Will we see Bailey buddies?
I was just gonna ask.
Will she be a hugger?
She's supposedly getting new music too. Apparently, there's a Haley Williams from Paramore song that she's going to be using as her entrance music. So she's supposedly getting a new theme song too.
Yeah, because
cool. I just want to see her in tight pants and see that Bailey booty because she does have a nice booty.
Bailey booty.
Who got a new song? Oh, Naomi got a new song today.
Yeah.
Closer to her old song.
So what's her name? Is getting her theme song is going to be Motion in White's going to be playing for
Rhea
Ripley. Yeah,
she's changing her song.
No, Motion in White.
They're going to play it live.
They're playing live.
The song in WrestleMania.
That makes sense. Yeah.
That'd be cool. Okay, guys, we're almost 2 hours in. Main event time.
You don't want to see Bailey. You don't like Bailey with the holy pants where you can totally tell when she's having her issues because she's wearing underwear instead of a thong, and you can see it through the pants.
Oh, jeez.
No, let's get on to the main event. I'd rather talk about that.
That's true.
Can I start this real quick?
No, I'll start. Let me start. Be quick. God damn you. I think Cody's going to win. It's only right for him to finish his story, get the title. Even though the bloodline is going to be out there, I think it's going to be an Avengers assemble from the locker room. I think that Seth is going to show up, Jay, Sammy, Kevin, Randy, LA Knight, Austin.
I don't have
Tina.
What?
I think everybody's going to run out and just settle, make it even.
I got that. Wait,
dang.
And then
we got him too. I can fit him in.
And then throwing a surprise appearance by the Undertaker since he's in Philly anyway. That's my pick. There you go.
Okay.
Wow.
So okay. Well, listen, I got something just like that, but I have Cody. Cody is going to finish the story.
Okay.
And what's going to happen is that every person that Roman Reigns hurt and cheated on are going to come back in play to help Cody finish his story. John Cena is going to help.
You're going to have the Orient Express. They're all a part.
You're going to have
all where the murder.
I actually think this is where Brock Lesnar comes out. Brock Lesnar is going to come out and help Cody because at the end of their feud, he shook his hand, held his hand up, all these things. He respected Cody, and he hates Roman Reigns just as much as Cody does. He's going to come out. That's going to be a surprise to help Cody win. And that's what's going to cause the rift between, I guess, The Rock and I can see.
I'm going to help down. I'm going to help down here really quick. I'm going to say no spoilers, but I'm not going to say a certain man who just mentioned name was said tonight on the stream. So.
What?
Okay.
What?
What?
During the Hall of Fame, I'm not going to say that a certain person was mentioned.
What person?
The person that was just on the screen.
Oh,
Hulk Hogan?
Hogan had been mentioned. Yeah, Heyman had been mentioned.
Oh. The Undertaker?
I got to go back to this.
Thank you, Six, for your time tunnel.
Yeah.
What else? Thanks.
All right, so Six, were you still saying Cody on that one?
I think Cody's going to win. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you were picking
I
there
think
with
it's time. I think it's definitely time for Roman to relinquish the belt to someone. I think he's had it for 5 years now. It seems
He's so close to Hogan, though.
Yeah, okay.
He's like 100 days away.
Who would you rather have at the top, Hogan or Roman Reigns?
Well, they're still not at the top. You still got Bruno.
You got yourself. He's
Yeah,
he's going to be one of the greats. He'll be the top 5.
All those.
Who wants to go? Because I've got a long, drawn-out answer for this one.
Okay.
Good.
Go, Dubba?
I like you.
Yeah, I want to hear what you have to say.
All right. I think Bruce is right there with the Avengers stuff. You're going to get your Infinity War ending on night 1 where The Rock and Roman Reigns are standing tall. Cody is going, Seth's going to be like, there's nothing we can do. And Cody's going to be like, all right, we're going to have to call him back up. All right. And so Cody's just going to get his ass whooped through this entire match. He is not going to look strong going into this. He's just going to get thrown around this entire match. That is until The Rock gets involved. And then you're going to hear that glass shatter, and out comes Austin. And he's going to fight Rock off. And then Solo's going to get involved. And who's the last person that lost to Solo Sikoa? John Cena. John Cena is going to come out and take out Solo Sikoa. And they're gonna fight it out.
Andy.
And then Jay's gonna come out and fight off Jimmy, right? And so that leaves Cody and Roman, and Cody's still gonna be getting beat up and beat up and beat up. And then you're gonna hear not Brock Lesnar, you're gonna hear I'm better than you, and you know it. And MJF is gonna come out, and he is gonna take out Roman for Cody. And Cody is going to pin Roman, and he's going to pull Cody over Roman for that 1-2-3 pin.
Is he going to give him the diamond ring?
I don't see Brock Lesnar coming back because that puts that spotlight because he's not named, but he's talked about in that Vince McMahon lawsuit.
Yeah, but not him exactly.
I know, but I also agree that there's no point to bringing Brock back.
Yeah, I don't see Brock coming back for that.
You save him for when you need to. You don't have a story for him. We don't have anything for him to do. Why bring him back?
I'm not putting it out but I think it's a game now because they're teasing. Hogan throws out that tease on social media that he's doing this signing at this place, and he's like, I'm with Cody, brother, and I might show up. Here's where the thing is: everyone's talking about this Hogan history book.
What we were doing a whole Avenger thing. Could he come out on this side too?
No, I don't think so. But here's that whole Hogan history thing is that he holds two records, right? He's got the most main event appearances at WrestleMania. They're giving Roman that. They're not going to give Roman both of those records. He's not touching Hogan's world championship record. It's a joke. He's third, Roman's fourth. It means nothing to Roman to pass Hogan there. So they're going to leave Hogan with that. And Roman's going to get Hogan's most, main events in WrestleMania, which is a joke anyways, because WrestleMania is two nights now, and they're counting both nights.
Giving him 2 of them today.
Yeah. So I just don't. I think Cody wins this. I think MJF, dude, they want this to be the biggest WrestleMania of all time, and they've talked. MJF has teased the bidding war of 2024. He's a very private guy. He flies under the radar. This would destroy the wrestling world.
You sure
if MJF showed up?
You know what?
You sure you don't want to just throw them all in there too?
No,
Matt.
How about the cash in as well? Let's just throw the cash in. We're at it. Let's just
throw them all, the whole roster.
I got the whole kit and
Matt, I
caboodle.
think you're right, Matt. I think you're right. You know why? Because didn't MJF just show some shots at The Rock because Rock bought some paintings off his ex?
I don't know. I think Dustin's going to show up too. I forgot about Dustin, but
you know what? Look, the whole fact is that I actually think if the MJF does come out, Monday Night Raw would be the perfect part for him to come out. And that will start a brand new story. I don't know, Pete. You still got to go, right? You didn't do your thing, right?
Yeah, I didn't do mine. Dub's got to go.
I want to say something.
You want me to go?
If you talk, I want to say something really quick.
All I'm gonna say is, Cody's gonna win this match. I don't know about, definitely not Brock Lesnar. I don't think Brock Lesnar is coming because of the whole allegations and stuff. MJF is interesting. I don't think it's going to have the impact that it would to like this audience. Like, I don't, everybody's watching WrestleMania, but MJF is a big deal in like AEW. But outside of AEW, if you don't watch AEW, you don't know who he is. Fair. I'm sorry, he's a big deal.
Oh, I disagree. If you watch the Pat McAfee show today, like you said, when Triple H is talking about 3-letter wrestlers, everyone started chanting MJF, MJF, MJF. So
I didn't miss the beginning of that show, so I think
like, look, all of his biggest rivals that we looked for matches for in AEW or in WWE now. Cody, Punk, you could have him against The Miz. Like, AEW is kind of a sinking ship right now. Like, Punk's taking shots and saying that it's like an indie promotion, and they're going. Then you have Edge coming out and cutting a promo on Dynamite about how great AEW is. It seems like there's like blood in the water with AEW, and MJF hasn't really been mentioned after. Like, who's he going to feud with now? Samoa Joe again and Adam. I can't even remember his name anymore. Adam Cole, like
baby.
Who like?
I hear you. I'm just going to quickly say this. I could still see a world where Roman keeps it. I could see it. If that happens, I will not be 100% shocked. But I still think ultimately he's going to go to Cody. I think they finally ended. I think Roman's needs some time. He's going to do something else. I do agree some form of an Avengers situation will come out where we'll see the Stone Colds and the Cenas come out for that help. I do not think we will get MJF here, but I do feel we do get him down the line. I just don't think they need to do it at WrestleMania. I don't think that'll make the moment any bigger by adding him. I think saving him will be another pop down the line.
I think the Monday night thing makes a lot of sense, like having him come out the day after, because again,
if that's, I mean, he still might be
if he's even coming. Yeah,
he's still in his mid-20s.
I mean, I could see Cody cutting a promo Monday night with the championship and then MJF coming out to confront him.
Right. That would be.
I could also see a stipulation where you get a bloodline split where something happens and The Rock costs Roman the title, and then The Rock goes away and Roman goes away, and then there's this whole like bloodline split where Rikishi comes involved, and so you have The Rock's bloodline versus Roman's bloodline, and you kind of get all that where you have like the NWO versus the
bloodline, black and white, and the
bloodline.
Me personally, I actually think Monday Night Raw is the perfect time for Seth to turn heel again and go and freaking turn on Cody.
Dom loves his heel turns, huh?
Everybody's a heel turn.
Everybody's doing it.
The reason why is that Cody beat Seth 3 times.
3 times, yeah.
Right? 3 times. Freaking Seth always becoming the redheaded stepchild. They're making fun of his championship. Cody refused to fight him. At the end of the day, Seth never got the rematch with Roman for the belt. All these things come into play. And the story, Cody's story. If you saw Seth Rollins' face in some of the promos that he was doing, that's a man that's about to turn heel.
No,
he's going to turn, and that is going to have, you're going to have Seth versus Cody again, because Seth wants that belt. That's the belt that he wanted, the belt that he never had another opportunity to get. And because
he never tried.
No, he did. He never got. They overlooked him. Look, let me tell you something.
What do you mean they overlooked him? When did he go out and say, "I want Roman Reigns"?
No, but think about it.
I'm just saying he never asked for it.
I know
get what
but
you're
he
saying.
Did. He had the one time he
didn't lose.
He lost to disqualification because
freaking Roman Reigns. He won via disqualification.
Yeah, but he won through a disqualification. But the fact is that he had an opportunity to fight again.
He didn't win the belt.
But listen to me.
I'm listening, but what I'm telling you is he never asked for that rematch.
I know, but him getting his championship that people made fun, second citizens championship, he got refused. He wanted Cody to fight him, and Cody refused. And
I got that too. But
that's what I think. Seth Rollins.
No, I get what you're saying with that. Okay, so he felt bad that Cody didn't pick him, but I don't see how that automatically now you're going to say that now he's going to validate that call by saying, now I want that belt that you just won, which is better than the belt that I had.
Jealousy of losing to Cody 3 times. 3 times. And not having, I'm telling you, watch. It's going to happen.
Now, I don't see it. That one I don't see because they've already played that story out. They've already had to go. They already had to move past that to get us to this point.
No, because Punk is going to have the feud with friggin' McIntyre now. So Punk ain't fighting Seth. McIntyre's going to be.
Who cares? Again, I think Seth won't have the belt. I think Seth's going to take a break and have some time off.
Damian Priest is going to have the fight with the Judgment Day. What's going to happen? That's going to be the big thing. Cody is going to battle Seth.
I think they're doing a really good job with crossing. They're not doing just single one-on-one feuds. They're doing a lot of intertwined, like
you have to because
it's a lot of stuff.
A better heel fighting CM Punk than being a babyface and fighting CM Punk that fans like, and you cheer for both of them.
No, but what I'm trying to get is you can't go from if somebody just wins a belt, you can't go into some big huge feud with somebody who's has a good chance to take the belt from them. Like, that's not usually what they do. They want to give them some time. They give them the feud with some lower end guys. We save that fight for later. How do you save that fight for later? You don't bring that shit up right now. Right. So eventually, if Seth does go heel, yes, you could bring up that he's angry. I just don't think they're going to turn him right now.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. And for that reason, because it wouldn't make sense to me.
The MJF on Monday night is super intriguing to me, though. I think that
it would be nice if he joined.
It would be nice.
So good.
Yeah, I got to feel it's going to be a very raunchy, crazy crowd Monday night. It's going to be one of the. It's going to be even better than last year.
Raunchy.
The Raw after the Raw after WrestleMania always resets everything. Like they've changed direction on pushes and so many things after Raw because of different crowds have cheered for different people.
Raw goes Raw.
Yeah, well, we don't have anything left for randomness now because we already are talking about him possibly showing up. I mentioned this guy may be coming back already, and even her, and she's still hurt, but maybe she shows up. I'm also don't tell you
this, Pete. No, put in Roxanne Perez. She's going to interfere the Becky Lynch match. There you go.
Why would she interfere with the Becky Lynch match?
Because she's coming to the main roster. I just got a wrestling notification. I'm not kidding.
What? Hot off the press, right there.
Got the inside info.
Is it the same notifications from your Star Wars stuff?
I don't think that's a good move to bring her up just yet.
They said that she is above the time and stuff like that. They're gonna bring her up, and she's gonna have the.
She's like 22 years old.
She's good. She's good. How old is Tiffany Stratton?
Tiffany Stratton also is like a gymnast. And she can pull off a lot of moves and has strength. Roxanne Perez is still kind of on the smaller side. She's still a little slight. And her Pop Rocks thing works on NXT, but it ain't going to work when she's facing Jade Cargill or Bianca Belair.
She goes to Raw.
Yeah, but even on Raw, okay, she's going to Pop Rock Nia Jax? That's what you're going to
do? Remember, Daniel Bryan, the Giant Killer. He was killing the Giants. Remember that?
No, I know. All I'm saying is that Roxanne also still hasn't had her she hasn't had her time down in NXT yet. She had her belt. She didn't lose it. I also don't think she's going to win it tomorrow because she also has a belt. She's going for the belt tomorrow. But I also think they're doing the Braun Breaker thing with her, saying, all right, you're working on your craft. Show us your heel, which is what they did with Braun. First year, Braun was on the face of NXT, good guy, bright colors and everything. Then they made him a heel, let him be a heel for a year. Now they're kind of turning him back to face, but they want to make him well-rounded. This is Roxanne's time to spend a year down there being a heel before she comes up as probably a face because she works better as a face than she does a heel. But I think they got to let her grow as a heel before they quickly bring her up because she comes up on the main roster as a heel. Who the hell is going to take a 4'2" girl seriously as a badass? That's a real threat to anybody.
You can jump on me anytime. There you go.
I know. I'm saying you're not going to be afraid of her. You want her to jump on you.
And I think too, everyone wants to see this Cody Rock stuff. Like I want to see Cody Rock now more than I want to see this tag match.
Agreed.
Exactly,
so
right.
I really think that Cody Rock goes down at SummerSlam. Rock takes the belt off Cody to add that extra layer and then you'll kind of get that feud with Rock versus Roman at 41 in Vegas, instead of
Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins could turn heel and make The Rock win.
He didn't want Seth Rollins to be heel so bad.
I want him to be heel. I do. I like him as a heel. I really do.
Really? I liked him as the shit. Why can't the Beast Slayer or whatever?
No, I actually like when he was fighting with
him and Brock. Like I like that run. That's when I really started getting into this again. Was him and Brock feuding,
slaying the Beast.
Exactly. Yeah. Coming out with it, burn it down like that.
What did you guys say about Matt Cardona? He's not. Is he signed somewhere?
No, he's not.
No, he's free.
He's still a free agent.
Yeah.
He showed up on AEW, but he showed up AEW.
But he's gonna have a little feud with Edge, and then he's
the TNT Championship.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So there's no chance
they've got history. They've got history. I mean, there's not. I mean, never say never, but
right.
He would be mid card. He wouldn't be a.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I just mean for like Cody to help Cody in some way.
No, because he doesn't really have. He doesn't really fit here.
Okay. How about him fighting Paul? Logan Paul.
For what? The Internet Championship? Like...
Listen. Right now, it's got. I love this WrestleMania for one particular reason. Is that it's, some of the matches seem predictable, but they've been throwing curves all year long, and this could be a huge curve. All the stuff that we said.
Now we're just open talking.
We could have some crazy ending to this whole thing. Who the hell knows? Maybe Cody don't win the belt. Maybe it makes The Rock. Maybe Roman Reigns wins, right? And that because The Rock is actually there. Maybe Roman Reigns goes after The Rock before The Rock goes after Roman Reigns.
I'm telling you, if Cody does not win this belt, I don't want to hear the name Cody Rhodes in WWE anymore.
Right,
because it hurts him. Yeah, he loses all credibility. He loses all heat he's had. He's nothing anymore. He might as well be put on the Stardust outfit again. So it's. He's gonna win, and you think the crowd on Monday night is gonna be crazy as it is. If Roman retains, they're gonna burn the place down before Raw even starts. It's Philly. These dudes eat horse shit when they win championships. Like, come on, man.
The bloodline
run it down, Philly.
The bloodline to come out in Raw, right? Just to come out in Raw, and that's when Roman has the belt and just friggin' starts going. They start beating up The Rock. For some reason, because I think they both on the same page with each other. I think The Rock is thinking one thing and Roman's thinking another. Because you're going to eventually have The Rock versus Roman. That's WrestleMania.
If Cody doesn't win, it's worse than what they did in AEW when he said, "If I lose this match, I can never challenge for the championship." Yeah, because now it's nobody wants you to challenge for the championship.
Yeah, we don't want.
He looks like a joke.
He's to believe in you.
He's lost twice in a row. Like it's.
He can't.
He loses all credit, but there's no way he can lose this match.
And it's not even the fact that he's losing twice in a row. It's the fact of how they played this out, that they built this up the way they built it up. You can't build it up that way and then have him lose. You can't have him give him two Rumble wins.
He's going to win.
Do this.
But I'm just saying that the storylines that they've been making up, which are really good because you have some really good creators that are in the back that are doing these stories. And I'm trying to say that a couple of these matches might not be as predictable as we think they are. There might be a huge curve, and
let's also not overstate the quality of the stories. Let's just say, thankfully, they're seeing stories through and not just changing randomly on a whim and dropping the storyline out of nowhere and saying, "We're doing this." They're at least
they've thought it out more than like a week at a time. Yeah. Like they were doing before, like, we're doing this today, and then next week going to be a clean slate. Now they're actually planning things out. Like, they're giving us storyline chunks, 6 weeks of story. Like, here's what's going to happen for you with the next 6 weeks. So, like Dom always says, it's just give me a good story.
And that's why I think they're going to keep Brock Lesnar away, because if he comes back, the Vince McMahon stuff automatically comes right back up. So you're forgetting about everything The Rock just did to make you forget about that stuff. So they're going to have to face it at some point. So the minute you have Brock Lesnar, who's pretty much implicated in that, it's going to bring it all right back up.
That he's implicated in that, because the fact is that, remember, they said that he can never fight Roman again for the belt. It never says that he can't freaking goddamn help Cody win the belt. That's what I'm trying to say. That if
I
it
get
wasn't
that.
the
I
fact,
just don't think
you know?
you need him though to do
Yeah.
it. I think they have enough star power if they do it with the Stone
Right.
Cold and the John Cena, which I think we're all kind of thinking they might
Yeah.
do.
When are you think when are we going to see Brandy?
Interesting.
Who?
Brandy, his
You
wife,
think
Cody's wife.
as a wrestler, as a manager, how do you think she's going to do?
When are we going to see her on WWE television doing anything?
I don't think we will.
Never.
Honestly. Mm-mm.
Really?
She signed with him.
Yeah, but I don't think she's gonna.
What are
I
they
don't. I
gonna
wouldn't
do?
mind seeing a Nightmare faction where to face
Yeah,
The Rock
I
in the
think.
bloodline or whatever at some point. But
Yeah, I think that might be something we would get, a little bit further in. Maybe not right away, but I do see it potentially happening. Why not?
Because she's
Maybe
like
more open with
real,
that,
right?
with
Yeah.
the relationships and everything that's going on. They kind of avoid it a little bit more. Like we don't hear a lot of Seth and Becky unless somebody's ribbing somebody, but they still bring it up as
Yeah.
opposed to when they kind of for a while there they pretended like it didn't happen.
Right.
Or-
Didn't let anybody talk about it. Right.
It's like
Yeah,
I
we
was
hear
joking
about it.
tonight when was watching the end. It's like, oh, here comes Naomi to come help Jimmy now that Jimmy's getting beat down.
Well, you know for a fact that eventually the bloodline does have to have a female wrestler in the bloodline too. You know, because all the other factions do have a female if you really think about it. So
Yeah,
we could see someone down the road like Naomi does show become kind of blood, but not.
but I feel like they missed that. I feel like they missed that window though, Dom. That's
Yeah.
why I'm sad with it.
not
They
if they
actually take the
split.
belt
Not
off
if
of
they do
Roman.
the split bloodline and they have Jay
true.
in the Rock's bloodline and Jimmy in Roman's, and then you have Naomi in Roman's, and then you could have Nia in Rock's, and it's there's
Bring Tamina back.
yeah.
Do you think we're gonna see
Layers.
Roman
Layers.
for a
Reigns
while
is
if he
all up.
loses? Are we
No,
gonna,
he's gonna
he's
go
gonna
away
be
for a
gone
while.
like 6 months,
Yeah.
right? Like something like that. He should be gone for a while.
Did you hear his documentary that he's taking medicine for his leukemia? He says his days that he's hurting. He's putting on this show
Roman?
in pain. Yeah, he's. They said he's in pain, and he's definitely pushing himself. And it's just that he has to take medicine for the rest of his life for the leukemia, which really sucks because, I know he wants to do more, and I know that he doesn't like the idea that people say, "Oh yeah, you're a part-time." Right? He wants to fight more, but it's just that the leukemia is not.
I don't know if that's actually.
Yeah.
I think
That's
he's probably pretty happy that he doesn't have to. I mean,
Right.
Brock didn't have to, and like Brock didn't have to show up every week either. He had the
Brock
belly.
showed up every other month. Yeah.
Most of the time.
But
Just show up for the pay-per-view.
listen, I'm going to look at this as this way. As much as Roman gets the hate, they propelled him to be where he is now, and for over 3 years being the champion, and every time he shows up, people love when he shows up. When he doesn't show up, they cheer him, they hate him, and that's what wrestling's about.
Yeah, no, I think it was a hell of a job he did. I like
Exactly.
having him as the champ, but it does have to end sometime.
It does.
Well, and not to mention The Rock has overshadowed him this
yeah,
entire
that's
WrestleMania
the other
season.
thing.
And they had to make us. They had to say, "Oh, well, Roman Reigns sent The Rock to Raw to beat up Cody Rhodes to make it so that so he's not an afterthought because he's kind of been an afterthought in his own championship run."
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
everybody
crazy.
now.
Cody and the
And now
Rock,
they want Cody to
Cody
fight
and
The
Roman
Rock.
were face to face, verbally,
Yeah.
sparring. It was not as nearly.
That
finished.
segment was not fun. Yeah, that was not
It was
entertaining.
just, okay.
It's just one of those things where The Rock says wrestling's cool again. Which I tell you what, since The Rock came back, it propelled wrestling to a higher level than it's been, and the creative the
I
creatives
disagree.
I disagree with that as well.
you do.
He
It was
came
already
back
there, Dom.
because it was already good.
It was already there.
All
Like
right.
Rock's not taking away. Rock's helping, sure, but it was already there. We were already.
If he wasn't here, it would still would have been good.
Rock is doing exactly what he was brought in to do and put on the board to do. Make you forget about the Vince McMahon stuff. Wash that away. People aren't really talking about the Vince McMahon stuff now that The Rock is out here being the final boss and doing what he's doing and all
Yeah.
that. So
Yep.
it is what it is. But I don't think this is the last.
It's
Roman
also
said in the
part of the
documentary, if he loses, he's gone. I think he's going to go away for a while, and that's when you're gonna, like you said, you're gonna see The Rock. Rock's going to go away too. He's going to film his movie, and then he's going to come back around SummerSlam and start cutting promos and facing Cody at SummerSlam because we're going to get that Rock Cody match. There's no way we're not getting that match at some point.
We're gonna have to wait though.
No,
He's got 2
it
movies.
may not be SummerSlam. You know, I
Still gotta
think
do Moana
2
too.
movies.
Yeah.
Oh, Moana got pushed back a year.
Yeah.
A year?
Yeah.
Yep.
Really? Okay.
So The Rock is definitely whatever he's doing now. He's going to come back. When he comes back, I think the push when Roman does come back, the babyface turn on Roman will start happening because they didn't like the babyface turn. They didn't like his babyface when he was babyface. They like him as a heel, but I think now they like him so much as the heel. I think they're going to like him and endure him now as the babyface. So I think he's going to go in as the babyface in WrestleMania 41 against The Rock. That's what's going to happen.
Maybe.
Well, for him to do that, the bloodline will have to turn on him.
Well, I actually think The Rock. Well, you know what? I think Solo and the bloodline are aiming more towards The Rock now because if you ever watch,
poor Solo, man.
Yeah, poor Solo.
Solo is going to get his push. Solo's going to get his push, and I think Solo is going to be a really good bad guy down the road. But if you notice, like when they're all standing, like Solo keeps going closer to The Rock, and I think eventually The Rock is going to take control of the bloodline.
Solo's been here for how long now? They could have given him that push. I mean, they gave him the push. Cena, and then since then he's just lost. They could have given him a run instead of Logan Paul. They could have given him the United States Championship belt. He could have been standing there in the bloodline holding the belt too.
Like you don't think there's any foreshadowing that The Rock's been doing in his stuff when he's doing this instead of holding up the one, or like when he's got the weight? He had the weight belt, the Mama Rhodes weight belt one night, and then on Raw when he's whipping Cody and Seth, he's got an American Nightmare weight belt.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm still not pushing out The Rock turn on Roman, but I don't.
Helping Cody, and that was the plan all along.
Well,
that was the whisper.
That could be that, but you know what? The Rock pins Cody night 1, right? Roman loses to Cody night 2. The Rock is like, "Yo, I pinned him, and you didn't."
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, that could be a thing.
That could help build
Head of
their
the table
thing down the line. And I would like to still see that. And again, that thing down the line could happen even without the belts.
Yeah, I know. And look, you don't have to have a championship belt to have a really good storyline and to move forward into feuds. That's why I think LA Knight and AJ Styles are going to have a really good feud moving forward. The next couple of matches, the next couple of pay-per-views, they're going to have the final match, the steel cage match.
Well, that's a good idea. I mean, I'm with you on that. If they can put on a good match this weekend, we're going to need something to kind of headline like Backlash, because we're not going to get like Cody versus Roman 2.
But I think that title puts that extra cherry on top of The Rock Roman at next year's Mania, if that's what we're going to get. Because if The Rock beats Cody at SummerSlam for that title, then Rock has I did something you couldn't do. This man beat you, and I beat him twice, for this championship. So Roman retaining winning the championship off The Rock at Mania next year, I think it makes the title a little bit extra than right now, where if they were to fight, it's overshadowed. Well, we waited a long time from last year for Cody, but
it's a long time to have Rock hold that belt from all.
Yeah, can he hold it that long?
But another thing too, you ever think that the promo in the background when Paul Heyman was talking to McIntyre could be something foreshadowing something more?
So I kept putting him in there. You sure he's not going to pop up in there?
Maybe Paul Heyman is going to.
Sure they're not going to come help Drew?
Paul Heyman is going to wind up leaving, turning on Roman Reigns and going with The Rock. I think The Rock is going to take control of the bloodline.
And I agree.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Maybe, but I don't think it's because Paul Heyman's going to leave. Because Paul Heyman's going to go with The Rock. The Rock don't need Paul Heyman. You see how lovingly Paul Heyman still looks at Roman? I know, but he kissed The Rock's hand the other day. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You think about it. It could work that the final boss. You have the tribal chief. Now the tribal chief has to work his way up. Now he had everything. He was on top of his game. He loses, and now the downfall of Roman Reigns begins. And The Rock. Can he get any lower than being handcuffed to the ring post and getting dog food?
Dog food, yeah.
Well, with Rock there's no reason for Paul Heyman. You haven't really heard Paul Heyman talk whenever the Rock's there too. There's no reason for him. Like
He
the
doesn't
Rock
need
has
him.
his own promo writer, for
Yeah.
God's sake. So
Yeah.
like you don't need Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman's a mute point at that point. Like
Well, I actually think
I could really see Paul Heyman leaving the bloodline and going
Yeah,
and being
he'd go
paired
on
up with like
something
Braun
else.
Breaker or
Braun
something.
Breaker,
Like
Braun Breaker, yeah.
I just
Yeah.
I don't see
Becoming an
I don't know.
advocate again.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, but I see The Rock taking control of the bloodline and making it even more vicious. And like I said,
I know
What?
who he could be an advocate for. Because I saw her try to cut a promo tonight, and it just was kind of flat. Jade Cargill.
Jade Cargill. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's
Yeah,
sexy.
she
as all
needs
that.
Could be a
She's
beast, but I don't know if
she's a
she could
phenomenal-
pull off the.
There's your Storm and the
She
X-Men right
can't
there.
talk.
There's your Storm and the X-Men right
cannot
there.
She's a
talk.
huge X-Men fan,
Yes, she's a
Storm
huge
fan.
X-Men fan,
Yeah,
exactly.
but can she act?
She's
Probably
fucking
not.
awesome.
She can't
Well,
talk.
I mean, she can't cut a promo, so could
Yeah.
she act?
There you go.
No. She can't.
No.
Definitely cannot act.
Well, you know what? All kidding aside, she a little work here and there, but at the end of the day, let's put it this way: at the end of the day, the landscape is going to be changed. Monday night is going to be crazy, and you know I'm actually looking forward to Monday night in the WrestleMania now, because the Monday Night Raw is always something that.
I was
if
wondering where
MJF
you're going with a little work. I thought you were going to say, with little work, she could be Storm.
Yeah, that's what he was going.
That's
He
what I
made
thought
it
you were
right.
going with it. I'm like, no.
No, she just has a phenomenal body, man. I tell you that.
I mean, Halle Berry won an Oscar. She couldn't pull off trying to be Storm.
I know.
Do that
But
accent.
you need
Like,
you need somebody who's a stunt person that actually glorified stuntmen and women that do wrestling. That's what they are, and they are actors in their own right. So
Well, you don't need that for Storm.
You don't need a stuff for Storm.
no, but she could be Storm.
The second girl they got to play, like in the newer movie, she was pretty good as Storm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one they gave the Mohawk, I can't remember her name. She was solid.
All I know is come the draft, Raw is going to be the powerhouse show again, because there's no way Netflix is paying billions of dollars
Yeah.
for Raw to have a weaker roster than SmackDown. So all this, there's going to be mad shakeups.
I actually think LA Knight comes to Raw.
It's possible. Well, that's what I mean. Like, and that's why they might be building up SmackDown with all of the newer faces, the Braun Breakers, the Tiffany Strattons,
You're right.
Jade, because they're unproven quantity. So they'll let them try to be new stars and take all of the known faces and bring them over to Raw.
I think Bailey. You think Bailey comes to Raw?
No, I think she stays on SmackDown.
You think she stays on SmackDown?
I think that's why you got that whole, like, you got a lot of that. The World Heavyweight Championship is the B title. Everyone wants the Universal Championship. So Cody wins that. That's going to come to Raw. The Heavyweight Championship will go to SmackDown. And that's
Well,
how
that's
they're
what
gonna
I'm
carry
saying.
that.
But that's what we were talking about even before with Saturday. It's possible Rhea goes
Yeah.
to SmackDown.
Yeah.
She
It's true.
could go, and maybe she even brings the World Heavyweight.
Well, see, that's the thing. She's gonna be still part of the bloodline. That's the whole. I'm at the bloodline day, Judgment Day. Think about it. If she goes to SmackDown, you have to break. If the Judgment Day are still together, quote unquote, you're gonna break up Judgment Day.
I think they are. I think you already see the cracks there. I think they're breaking it up. Like I said, I think Damian Priest calls them all losers on Raw when he's World Heavyweight Champion.
Actually, Damien
Dom's
Priest,
gonna go join Santos and his crew. Like I think he might
Yeah.
stay there.
I think that's gonna happen.
I think he might just
Usually
stay.
we did this for 2.5 hours.
I can't
Yeah.
believe that lasted that long. I thought it'd be an hour. I was gonna go to bed.
That's what I told. I told my wife, I was like, it'll be an hour, no big deal. And
That's what I said.
When I get talking wrestling, I'm like, let's go.
Yeah, my wife laughed at me. She's like, "Yeah, that's an hour." When I went to go get my second beer, I'm like, "I know, we're almost done. We got just 2 matches
You had
left."
13 matches. You had all these speculations and all these things. We have 6 guys in the panel, so you knew it was gonna last. You know we were gonna talk about things too. So
It was fun. Hopefully, you guys also, viewers out there, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I mean, let us know what you think in the comments below. Dub was trying to keep an eye on the chat for us, but yeah, it was fun. I do love talking wrestling.
I do too. We had a strong viewership throughout too. Let's go WrestleMania, boys.
let's do it. Come on.
Yeah, this is great. I think we need to do a follow up next week. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Well, I will admit, today was my last day of work for 5 weeks, as I'm on sabbatical, so I've got
that's
some time
amazing.
off to play with.
Oh, Monday Madness, movies.
I'll probably I don't know if I'll pop on this Monday, but
No,
I will
not
be
this
on
week.
for a Monday.
I don't think I'm doing this Monday.
All right, but I will. But I do. I will show up for one of those Monday shows because I love talking movies. You think I like talking about wrestling? I love talking fucking movies. So I'm all for that too.
Tell is people. How many people do we have in the chat? Like, how many people? Let's talk to this because I don't. My thing keeps going up.
I don't
a bunch of
know.
different people in there.
We held a good amount for a good bit. We've
Yeah.
been pretty steady most of the way through.
For an impromptu show too.
Nothing we announced, no real plan, and it's about a topic that isn't comic book related to anything we talk about on this
Right.
show. No
I'll tell you
surprise.
what, whoever watches this on the replays and stuff like that, if you want us to do a wrestling show,
Dude, I
moving
so
forward,
want
let
to.
us know.
I so want to.
Let us
I
know.
love talking wrestling.
We're into this.
That guy.
We're definitely.
Dom has to do all the slides and all the research. And
Dom
I'll
got
do
the
the
slides.
electric
More
slide.
about
I'll do the
Take
electric slide.
So Bruce, when can when will we see you next?
probably Sunday, 7 p.m. for the comic FOC show. So that's 7 p.m. Sunday, Eastern
You know,
time.
someone who won't be watching WrestleMania.
I'm gonna miss some of that.
I can do both.
I know it's gonna be tough. Well,
Yeah, it's gonna be rough.
you got to deal with you got SNS tomorrow, but it's also WrestleMania. Even though I know.
Yeah, I'll be watching it. I'll have it on during SNS.
Six.
Oh,
Go ahead. Sorry, what were you gonna say, Bruce?
no, I was gonna say you're going. Oh, you're there already. I don't have to cover for you.
I don't know. It all depends. It all
okay.
depends.
Touch and go.
Yeah.
Sticks, when are we gonna see
There's
you
some
next?
life events that I can't control that could
I know.
prevent that, but
I will be on SNS tomorrow night. I assume we're going on at the same SNS time.
Same bat time, same
Mhm.
bat channel.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I will be there. I've already got my time tunnel done up.
Nice.
So
And then we're probably not going to see you on Sunday, Dom, on Star Wars.
You will see me on Sunday. And I told Bruce that I might be on the show on Sunday, but I need my rest too on Sundays because
he's going to do the same thing he did tonight on
I got
Unqualified.
Sunday
Wrestling going on over here. They're all like, Dom, why are you watching wrestling?
I know.
I got a wrestling show after this.
Well, tomorrow night I'm definitely going to be home watching so I'm going to be watching it all night because I'm not doing anything. My wife, she wants to do anything, she can do whatever she wants to do. I'm going to be into the TV. But Sunday I work until 3, and yeah, the Star Wars show. I'll probably be on the Star Wars show, but I will be watching
WrestleMania as well.
Yes, I
Awesome.
You know why?
Double dipping.
You're gonna get
I
yelled
can't-
at.
Stuff, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
He doesn't care.
Marco's gonna yell at you.
listen, Marco yells at me all the time.
You're gonna yell at him anyway. So Peter, you got a Wednesday watch list coming out on Sunday?
Yeah. Well, I should be able to hopefully get the members preview for Sunday, but if I don't, you guys will all get it on Monday as normal.
Monday, the Wednesday watch
Yeah,
list
so
coming
we'll
up.
get the Wednesday watch list. I'll probably have Hidden Gems for Tuesday, and then we got Tack Wednesday, and then I'll try to do another dollar bin digging for next Thursday. I'm trying to bring it back. I feel rejuvenated after taking a couple of months off of doing that, so we'll try to do it again.
Let's
So,
do a little rotation again with the different shows that you've been putting out.
They'll still do the rotation. I think Thursday, if I can keep Dollar Bin, it's
Cool.
easier to do. It's quicker. I just have to be into it. Gotta,
got
also not to step on Marco's under the radars when he does those for Tack.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all so much for hanging out. It's been awesome talking wrestling with you guys. I think this was fantastic. I love talking wrestling with people who are actually into wrestling and know about wrestling. It's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, not just telling us how these guys are.
I'm just a
awful
casual.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talking about you, Marco.
You know what you're talking about, though. So that's all I'm scared about. You know what you mean.
Speaking of
Goldberg
Marco,
is the greatest wrestler ever.
we did almost a 3-hour show on talking about stuff that's scripted. So, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
And we actually had a lot of fun with doing this. We had, it's something, passionate about. It's going to be a great weekend. Like I said, 18 hours plus of wrestling this week. So I hope everybody enjoys the Wrestling Gods. It's good to us this week.
Before we go, I'm gonna. What were you gonna say, Bruce?
No, I forgot that I'm supposed to do a WrestleMania after show at 12:30 a.m. tomorrow night after.
Oh, Saturday night. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I'm supposed to. Everybody's invited if they want to come on.
I'll tell you a funny story. So my wife has friends coming into town from England for a week. They're staying with us. They're flying into Philly, and they got to check into customs in Philly. And I laughed at my wife. I was like, "There's no way they're making their connecting flight because WrestleMania is in Philly. Everyone comes from around the world for that. It's like the Super Bowl of professional wrestling. Customs is going to be a nightmare to get through.
Ridiculous.
So,
Wow.
Wow.
rough for them.
Sucks for them.
But as we mentioned, just remember,
Goldberg is the world's greatest
Then-
wrestler.
Beat me to it. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.
yeah, we'll see you all later. And like
Finish
I
the
said, let us
story.
know if you like this. You want more wrestling talk? We can work something out.
Definitely.
Finish the story.
You will finish the story.